Hi Vibrant Souls, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this is Vibrant Soul Tarot. And as always, whether you are new or returning, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. So today's reading is a highly requested topic. I've gotten multiple different requests for this, but my favorite comment that stood out to me was, I quote, "The singles yearn for a reading." So I have listened. I may have taken a little bit longer than I wanted, and I appreciate you guys for your patience. I'm actually in a place now where I do have more time to focus on readings and focus on these videos for you guys and these pick-a-cards. So stay tuned. There will be more, not just this one for, and, oh, I forgot. And the next, I would say good handful of topics that I have that I want to do for you guys are all subscriber requested topics too. So that's really exciting as well. So stay tuned for those. But back to the one at hand. This is for my singles that are wondering what's next, what's coming next in love. What do you need to know about it? This is probably going to be a long one. So if you don't have time to sit down and watch a long reading, you can save it for later, watch it in parts, come back to it whenever you want. It's up to you. But it's going to be long because it's going to be detailed. I want to get as much information as possible. I want to get information on what's next in love. What do you need to know about what's next in love? Depending on what comes out, whether it's like a person or people, we're going to get information about them and hopefully maybe even some timelines if spirit allows that too. I know it's a general reading, so take it with a grain of salt, but maybe we'll be getting some specific timelines, like when this is entering your life here too. All in all, it's cool stuff. It's a lot. So another piece of advice too is if you feel like it, I would grab a notebook or a pen and paper or anything or any tool that you would use to jot down information or jot down notes, because with readings like this, sometimes it can feel like a lot of information is just getting thrown at you. It can be like an information overload. You can be like, how am I going to remember all this? What do I need to know? What's for me? And so on and so forth. So it just allows you to organize it a little bit. You can write down what stands out to you, whether that's intuitively or just something that you want to come back to. If you have information that you want to remember, you can write that down too. Or like I just said, if you have information that you want to look back on or come back to, that can be handy for that too. So just a suggestion, if you want to watch this video as normal too, like you just want to sit back and relax and just see what messages come out, you're more than welcome to do that too. It's just if you want to. So now that we have all of that out of the way, we can get into the pile selections here. So today for you guys, I have these 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have this piece of amethyst here. And then for the tarot, we have the Rainbow Heart Tarot deck. These are the options for pile number 1. And moving along now to pile number 2, we have the Moondust Tarot deck. And then we have this piece of citrine. I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but there's like a little rainbow in there when you move it. So this is for my lovely pile number 2s. And last but not least, we have pile number 3. So pile number 3, we have this diamond cut green fluorite. And then for the tarot deck, we have the Prism Tarot here for my pile number 3s. Okay. So please take your time if you need to. If you do need more time, of course, you can pause the video here. No rush. Take as much time as you need. When you do have your pile selected, or piles, depending on what you feel most drawn to, that is okay and normal too if you want to check out more than one pile. But when you have your pile or piles selected, I will post the timestamps in the description box below for your convenience, so you can just head on over, Feel free to check out any additional information in that description box, such as the channeled songs that are listed that are just like an add-on to each pile, like a separate little message or a continuation of the reading depending on what it is and how you choose to read it. If you are wondering the names of any of the decks that are being used in this reading, you can find that in the description box as well. Basically, if you have any questions or are looking for any information or any answers, feel free to just skim the description box. If you do not see your question or answer there, then feel free to comment it and I will try my best to get back to you in a timely manner. But until then, enjoy the reading. I will see you guys at your pile. Bye. Hi pile one, welcome to your reading. If you guys chose the Rainbow Heart Tarot deck or this amethyst crystal, you found the right place. So today we are looking at what is next in love for you, my pile one singles. So I don't want to waste any time. We're going to be covering lots of questions. Also questions depending on what information comes out for you and what's next in love. So if you missed the intro, feel free to grab a pen and paper, notebook, or anything that you would use to jot down information if you would like to, of course. It could be information that stands out to you. It could be things that you want to remember or something that you want to come back to later on. Whatever works for you, okay? If you just want to watch this video through and not do any of that and just receive the messages, that's perfectly okay too. Happy that you are all here. So before we begin, I just want to set the intention and invite spirit, and then we're going to see what is next in love for you. I was going to say what and who. So maybe there's a specific person that's going to come through. Let's go ahead and see. Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile one's collective energy and the collective messages for what is next in love for them. May this reading offer my pile one any clarity, any answers, any confirmations, anything that they are needing to either hear or know about what is next in love for them. Thank you very much. Spirit. So what is next in love for pile one, Spirit? Let's get some answers here. What is next in love for my pile one? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Two aces right off the bat. Oh, actually, guys, we have three because right now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Underneath that, we have the Magician. Actually, so we have the singular cup, the singular wand, and the singular sword. All we're kind of missing is the pentacle here for the Magician. But the point of all of this is that the Magician, aka you, has all of the tools necessary to manifest or create anything that you want. This is very interesting. What I was going to say is Ace being the first of each suit usually represents new energy. So this could be a new relationship, a new beginning, and something that is definitely going to spark your interest with the Ace of Wands. You're going to feel excited about this, or at least there's going to be an attraction here. I'm feeling with this Wands energy that you're going to be very interested, very intrigued. There could be a good dynamic passion between you and a specific person here. And with the Ace of Cups, this just lets me know too that you're open to receiving this energy. You're opening up to this new connection. I'm really excited already, so we're going to see what else we have too. And then also the Ace of Swords, there could be like a breakthrough in some sort of communication, or if you're needing any answers, it could be that communication is key between you and this person. And it just feels very new and it feels very exciting. And I love that we have the Magician under this because this is something that you're currently manifesting right now. So like I said, we're going to get as much information as possible. We're also going to hopefully get like a timeline here, like when this situation is going to come in your life. I do want to say it is a general reading, so take that with a grain of salt too, but we're going to see. And then we're also going to get details about this person, okay? And try to get any traits, describe them here too. So let's go. Spirit, what is coming next in love? We have the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Okay, so now I just want to get clarifiers so we can get deep insights, and then we're going to pull some oracles as well. So clarifying the Ace of Cups, Spirit. What is next in love for my pile one? Oop. This one almost wanted to come out. It was the World, so we'll see about that one, though. That could be significant. I just heard with that World card opening up, too. So clarifying the Ace of Cups here. We have the Three of Cups. Clarifying the Ace of Wands. We have the Fool. Again, new beginnings. Clarifying the Eight of Wands. We have the Devil. And clarifying the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. So we do have a lot of fire energy as well. Coming through very strongly, though, we do have the sign of Capricorn. And the Fool being Uranus energy, I would even say Aquarius could be significant too, but we'll see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. That's so interesting because I feel like the Three of Wands ties into this message. The Three of Wands is about like stepping out. It's like you make a decision and now you're going for something. So I do believe that this is you guys, especially with the Three of Cups here. Like you may be getting out of your own comfort zone in love and stepping out, wanting to see. The Three of Cups can even indicate that you guys have a couple different people that are either interested in you or that you're interested in them. There could also be a significant time where you feel like going out like with friends, or there could be like a celebration, or you could just be hanging out with people close to you and you may actually meet somebody that's very important, or this person here. But I'm getting for most of you, you're like, I kind of just want to have a good time. Like I don't want, I was going to say that you're like, I don't want to get hurt in love, but like, you're like, this is something that's meant for me to enjoy. So you're going to be attracting a situation, or like we said, a couple people that you're going to, I'm hearing that you're going to start releasing the burdens and the expectations of what you feel like it should be, what you feel like it has to be, and you're going to go with the motions. You're going to start indulging a little bit. You're going to start saying like, hey, this is supposed to feel good for me. This is supposed to be something that I am enjoying. And so I feel like that sort of shift in your mindset is going to help you definitely attract these situations. The Fool being the Ace of Wands here too. You're like, this situation feels good. I like it. I'm into it. I'm attracted to this person. Maybe even people here too. Because like I said, I do feel like with this Three of Cups, there's a couple different people that may catch your eye, and you may be on a couple different people's like watch list, if you know what I mean, about like, oh, are you single? Where are you at? What are you doing? Do you want to hang out? Like you could be in a really attractive energy. The Devil card here too definitely can signify that as well. But it kind of feels like, you know, this feels good. I like this. Let's see where it goes. The Fool card here, I love how this bright sunny energy is very potent as well. And I love how instead of just stepping off the cliff in this Fool card, they're stepping into like a portal, which does signify a completely different experience. It does signify the unknown, right? And I think that's why you're entering this era where you're like, I'm letting go of the expectations. Like, I like this person. They like me. It feels really good. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see where it goes. And I think that with this energy, there is a specific person that you're going to be with where you start actually developing some attachments, or you actually start to really, really like them. With the Eight of Wands and the Devil card here too, you guys, if you're open to it, of course, this is a general reading. You guys may be entering a time where you're going to be indulging in lots of really good sex, okay? This person could definitely be somebody that gives you fulfillment in the bedroom, and I love that for you. I loved when you guys let your freakiness fly. But like I said, if that's something that you're wanting to, if you're like, hey, if you're the type that's like, hey, I'm not like that, or I don't want to do that, I want to wait till marriage, then this message just probably isn't for you, because you would say no. But no judgment to whatever it is that you want to do. Another thing with the Eight of Wands and the Devil, is you may be still kind of struggling with that attachments and attachment styles. And this is the next era for you where you are moving through that with the Eight of Wands here too. But I'm also picking up from Spirit that there's a situation where you're probably going to fall fast, and maybe even with the Eight of Wands, that's fast moving energy, you may get attached quite fast. You and them may have like an equal obsession here, since the Devil card here too. There's just such a strong attraction as well. And even though we have the Three of Cups where it's like, okay, you're getting out and you're starting to date, I'm picking up heavily on like one specific person that you're like, I want this person, I like this person, they make me feel so good, they feel good, I want to see where it goes, oh my god, I'm obsessing over this, oh my god, I want this to work out, with the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands. But also you're still trying to keep it very lighthearted. The Page of Wands is, again, following that joy, following that spark here as well. I like that there's like a pole dancer too. I'm getting heavy 8th house energy. For some of you, you may be like opening up to more like sexual experiences, or just feeling really good about yourself and comfortable with yourself and your sexual energy and your body. Like you could just be wanting to, did I just spit on this card? It happens every time. Anyways, you could just be wanting, I just saw it, I was like, oh. You could just be wanting to experience like more sensual energy, and that's perfectly okay as well too. We're gonna pull some oracles, but I feel like there's something else with the Six of Wands. Spirit, what else do we have with the Six of Wands energy? Okay. Yeah, it's like, you know, like with this person, you want it to work out in the end and you want it to be successful. There may be sometimes a struggle or a challenge with egos too, like maybe a little bit of clashes here, but all in all, there's a sweet side with this Page of Wands. Like there's like, well, kind of like, I'm accepting them anyways, and they're accepting you anyways. Just because sometimes pride can be something that gets in the way of certain connections, but there's still such a curiosity and such a want to indulge in this connection and in this person that you're like, that doesn't matter. And then we're going back to the original message too, is that you're like, hell yeah, I kind of really want this to work out. I want to see where it goes. The Six of Wands being the card of victory and all, victory and success. And you could really like how this person makes you feel. Like they make you feel really good and really good about yourself. And that's something that you like to indulge in here as well. Yeah. That Capricorn energy can also signify the month of January being significant. Capricorn season, the end of December, month of January. But we're going to look into that too as well. Okay. Let's get some oracles. What is next in love? What can you tell us about what is next in love here, Spirit, for pile 1? Okay, so we have the Chaser. We have paradise, happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. And then we have old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. This reminds me kind of like with that message of like working through like certain attachment styles, but I'm getting, for the most part, like what's going to stick here in this next phase of love is somebody that shows you that they want you. And that's what's going to make you feel really good about this situation. And that's why you may have like, you may dabble with a few people, right? You may get back out there with this Ace of Cups and this Three of Cups, going on dates, going out, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with doing, or you feel a desire to do, to be honest, because it kind of feels like you're acting on your own sort of inspiration here when it comes to this. You could be meeting people through online. Be safe, of course, always be safe. but you could be meeting through people online, through friends, whatever the case is, but it kind of feels like you have this desire to put yourself back out there. So you may end up like, what's that phrase where you kind of throw things, what is it called? You kind of throw it up and see what sticks. Do you get what I'm kind of trying to say here? And so I do believe that there is going to be a specific person here eventually that sticks, and that's what we'll ask about too. Eventually that sticks, but they're going to be the one that shows you that they want you with this chaser energy. And it's not always, and I don't mean that in a negative way, you know, a little bit of each is good, right? Like, and we don't have runner, which I would say is pretty cool too. So it's like an equal, a mutual obsession here. But I do think that, with this old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head, it would be, okay, so Spirit said working through old things that are coming up. So like this next phase of love, this next person, it may challenge you a little bit to grow from like old experiences. You're going to have to probably trust. You're going to have to see for yourself. And sometimes, you know, we can let our overthinking or maybe like our past or even like our own limiting beliefs kind of get in the way here. And this is about you kind of branching out. And that's why we're kind of seeing that like moving through these like old experiences here, because again, this is kind of like that theme here of the paradise, happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying. Like you just want something that feels good. You want to be loved, you want to be adored, you want to be chased. That's fine. Everyone wants to here and there. And it's about reciprocation, right? Like, it's not about chasing somebody who doesn't want you. It's about chasing somebody that you can have, and that vice versa. You know, like they're like receptive to this. And I think that maybe with this old school, like the past experiences, or maybe even like recent past experiences that never kind of worked out in that way. And so you're going to have to kind of see above that, go above that with this 3 of Wands here as well too. Of like, okay, maybe the situation can work out. Okay, we have soulmate, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, like partner, and then not today, boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. So maybe not specifically yet, but there is this specific soulmate. There is this connection that you are attracting that is coming to you. Now with this boundaries, avoiding conversations, and not dealing, this could just be like, this is coming when the time is right, right? Like you, especially like for some of you, if you're still like healing from situations and stuff like that, like, and I'm also, okay, so Spirit's also saying that this person, this soulmate, this person is going to be the one that is going to want to talk to you about deeper things. They're going to want to address and have those hard talks and be able to communicate things with you that a lot of people tend to avoid. There's something really specific about that. So pay attention to that. Pay attention who does that for you. And that's something that is very important actually in long-term connections. It's not about the conflict, right? A lot of the times when we start to have conflict with one another, we start to think, our mind will tell us, oh, we're not compatible. Oh, well, this means that we're not meant to be together. But it's really about how you maneuver through the conflict and how you help resolve by listening, by explaining and being heard, and all of these things that actually start to build and create the strong foundation for a long-lasting connection, a soulmate connection, right? And so there is going to be somebody eventually that is going to do that with you. And I feel like there's a big emphasis on that. What are like, instead of just avoiding things and stuff like that, they're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to work things out with you. They're not going to want you to be upset and just, you know, leave the conversation like super upset. Like somebody that cares about you and wants to make it work will be upset by you just being upset, or like they will be hurt by them hurting you, you know, because we hurt people, like not always on purpose and stuff, but it's bound to happen, right? And so there's something here about mending this, building this, and something that sticks specifically here for you. So look out for that too. I kind of want to get a card just for this not today, bottom of the deck. Oh, look at bottom of the deck. We have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. Maybe you do get invited somewhere, or you kind of go out and it kind of is like unknown. You're like, this is like not what I expected. With the old school here too, this situation, this soulmate situation is supposed to be different than all the rest. And you'll notice that it's different too. That doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. Like, sometimes we like to think like, oh, their soulmates are like, it's just easy and it's a breeze and stuff like that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think anything on this earth worth having is easy and is a breeze. But like I said, it's about how you guys work through situations and things like that, which this will be presented to you. And maybe that's just something to keep in mind for like other people, like when other people come into your life and stuff like that. The ones worth having, the ones worth sticking around for, that are going to stick around for you. How that's like how you'll use your discernment. And I do believe that this is coming out for a reason, and maybe even with this, because maybe it's like not right this second, but it will too. You get what I'm saying? I was going to say something else to it. It just completely left my mind. Dang it. Let's get a tarot card for this knot today, Spirit. The Eight of Cups. For some of you, you could still be... Oh, look, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant, which does represent... I mean, I'm hearing higher learning, but it represents commitment and things like that. It could even represent marriage and stuff. But right now, I feel like this goes out to specifically to for some of you that are dealing with a breakup, or maybe like a recent situation, or maybe like a past situation that was really tough. You could still be kind of working through these things as well. And there can also be indication as well of you letting go of a specific connection for some of you. Just take it if this resonates, okay, for your highest good. But there's a specific connection for some of you that you're in the process of releasing, or you have released. This could be clarification that that person isn't this soulmate person, that this is something new, because we have all this new energy here too. You've learned a lot of lessons with this Hierophant as well too. And it kind of feels like you guys are meeting up when it's time, which is why I was basing the questions off of the information that we're going to get, because we're going to look into this too. But the Eight of Cups can also symbolize too, like when the story of the Eight of Cups is they're walking away and they're also stepping into the unknown. They're walking away from everything that they've known, maybe situations that they've invested in, things that they've done, and then realize they want something new, they want something better, and they're on this journey. So this could also indicate too that you are on this journey right now, and you are attracting this with that Magician here too. Yeah, right when I cut the deck to put this card back, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of like fate. Things are fated and designed to happen when they're meant to happen. I know sometimes that can also be frustrating too, but like even in my situations, like I can clearly see, now that I have some time and space, I can clearly see when I look back of like, okay, that lesson, or I was supposed to learn that, or like that's kind of why that happened. And then when new people come into my life too, or like a new person, I can clearly see like, okay, I wasn't ready. Like it just feels right. Like this is the time. Like I wasn't ready for that until now. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's heavy energy for this. For some of you, you may hear that all the time about love and you may just be like sick of it, but like, I gotta tell you guys, it's true that things come when you're ready, not always when you want them. I do think that though in this next phase of your love life, you're starting to feel really good about yourself and opening up, and you're like, I just want joy, I just want good experiences and all of that, and that's like attracting this too. So on that note, Spirit, tell me about this soulmate. When is this soulmate coming for my pile 1? Okay, so we have summer. Summer could be significant. You know, the sun here was a big emphasis. We did say that. I was like, the sun is like the emphasis of this card. So it could be in the summertime is when you are attracting this person. Anything else? What was above it too? Oh yeah, the Ace of Wands. And we have Paradise too. Some of you guys could literally be on vacation too. Obviously, that's very specific. Let's get one more, Spirit, since this is a general reading. When is this soulmate coming here? So, and this is anytime you're watching this, okay? So we have anywhere from now to 4 months from now. So I'm filming this in January. So February, March, April, May, and then after that is June, which is like entering into summer. But also, like I said, it's whenever you're watching this, not when I posted it. I like how Spirit's getting specific with this too. I like that because there's cards in here that are like, it'll happen when it happens. And for some reason, I hate when those come out because I'm like, can we just give them something? Okay, and also we have the daytime. The daytime being very significant here too. Summer, sun, day also takes time. Recognize good things take time, okay? And that's probably why it's like not right now, not today, but it will. And I was gonna say too, specifically with this joy, we have the Three of Cups, the Paradise, the Fool. We have all of these like cards indicating like joy, optimism, and things like that. The summer and the daytime can also represent a feeling within you, like your season, your summer season, to where you're like, okay, I'm ready to come out. I'm ready to experience like the best of things. Like I'm, you know, I'm done kind of doing my own thing. And it just feels very warm, very good, very inviting. And that's when you're kind of attracting this in here too. I'm getting the same message again though for some of you. If you feel like you're healing from a past situation, let that happen, let that work. You know, like you're in your own process as well, and you're still on the right direction. Like it's gonna happen, like, but you may need just a little bit more time to kind of work through other things in your life as well, if that is your case. For some of you that have been single, maybe you've been single for a while and you're like, I could give a shit less about my ex and stuff like that. Hey, we got this coming, okay? And then, like I said, with the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, you know, you may dabble and see what's out there for you. And this is going to help you learn as well. You're going to see, like we were talking about, see what sticks. And then there's going to be a very important person, a very important connection with this soulmate here too. I like this. I like this, guys, a lot for you. Okay. So what can you tell me about this person, Spirit? We're going to get significant zodiac signs. I like how it lands right on the Leo. So Leo season. Oh, Leo season could be significant because it literally shifted. And Leo is in August too. That is summer. I think July is the hottest month of the year. It's known to be the hottest month of the year, but where I live, it's definitely August. But I live in an area that gets really hot during the summer. So it's just like the longer the sun's out in the summertime, the hotter it is. Okay, so tell me about this person. Spirit, tell me about this person that is coming next in love, or this specific soulmate person, because like I said, I do feel like you guys could have multiple people, but I kind of want to focus on this so you can have like recognizing like traits and qualities. Oh, we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and opportunities that it presents. One of the things about this person, the soulmate for you, specifically pile 1, is that they are just going to adore you and they're going to be very grateful to have you. I feel like there's an appreciative energy for you that is going to almost maybe feel overwhelming to you at times. And what I mean by that is that they're going to like appreciate traits in you and like recognize good things within you, rather as always, maybe like in a lot of connections, if you guys have bickered and stuff in the past and like your person is very critical and they're always pointing out like negative things about you. Yes, that could happen because, you know, you kind of have to be open to critiques and criticism when you're in a connection, because you may do things that your other person doesn't like. So I'm not saying that they will never do that at all and it's all going to be rainbows and sunshine, but this person is going to appreciate the qualities within you that maybe others didn't before, or they're just going to appreciate your energy to the point where they're like, I'm just so lucky to have met you, pile 1, or like, I love the way you do this, pile 1, or I love the way that, you know, you make me feel, pile 1. And so with that being said, there's just a beautiful appreciation for you and for this connection. And I think that's something that you're going to pay attention to, and it's going to be like a ding of like, okay, wait, I do like this person, you know, or like this person could be something long-term. You know, you're going to recognize this, or at least be kind of shocked too by it. Like, oh, it kind of is giving that energy of like, it's giving that energy of like things that you were, like things that you were criticized for, or shamed for. This person's like, I love that. Like, I love that you do that, or that's so cute, or that's so quirky. So tell me more about this person, Spirit. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. This person is going to want to grow with you. And I feel like that's kind of like that not today, that whole like working through, that's something that you're going to recognize as well, is that they're going to want to sit and work through the issues and not just accept them as failures, but also this person may have had a lot of failed relationships and a lot of failed situationships, that they may have their own sense of baggage too. It's okay, don't we all? But I feel like, again, it's going to be like they've learned specific lessons from those situations that they're able to benefit from this connection, you and them now, because of that. There could be an eye-opening or experience or experiences where they're like realizing that maybe these tough failures were for a reason, and you also too. Bottom of the deck, we have service. I feel good when I can help others. Maybe this person will like to help you. And we have perseverance and work through. Yeah, they're going to want to be committed long term. Oh, we have the Empress under here too. Love that. So this is going to be about the person, but I kind of want to, I'm getting pulled towards this 3 of Cups energy. Spirit, tell me about this 3 of Cups energy. What's next in love? Geez, of course it goes flying. The Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. You're going to be choosy about, you may have different suitors and things like that in what's next in love. And then this is you deciding what's best for you. You're going to pick and choose. Actually, your channeled song, that reminds me, your channeled song is literally Milk of the Siren by Melani Martinez. Sorry, I picked the channeled songs, or got the channeled songs days ago because I had to stop what I was doing. But that song specifically in the lyrics talks about, it says, drink from the leche of sirens, you're summoning the sailors in town, and you're strangling the fear of deciding which ones are deserving to drown. Oh, I got chills, because that's definitely what I was feeling with this 3 of Cups energy. So you're like gonna get a little taste, you know, like I said, you might have multiple suitors and you're going to decide what's best for you and what's not. And you may be in this energy for a little bit, and you may find somebody, or you're probably going to find somebody that sparks that full energy, and that sparks that you feel more attached to, and that you're going to want to stick with and make it work. But I do feel like before then, you may dabble in a little people, and you're going to be using your discernment, the sword and the rose. Who's going to get your energy, who's not, who's going to stay, who's not, who's willing, who's deserving, and all of that, which actually, like I said, ties in perfectly to that channeled song here. Now, excuse me, I'm going to reach down, or maybe I think I have to get up to grab that one that flew, and we're going to see what that is. The dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, heal, and change. That lighthearted energy is that definite Three of Cups energy, and I feel like adapting to the change, you know, there may be a couple different people that come in and out in the meantime. Like I said, you're kind of experimenting, you're dating around, you're, what did we say? Throwing them up in the air and seeing who sticks, seeing what sticks. And all of this is just a part of your process. And I'm really drawn to just the being lighthearted. That was one of the original messages that we were getting there too, where you're like, okay, I'm not too worried right now. I'm not too forcefully trying to make everyone that comes in stay, or like getting super attached. Like, you seem to be in a very open, receptive, wanting to have fun, flirty, just seeing what's happening with people, and like letting the experiences show you so you can use your discernment until you kind of reach that one that's like, oh, this is a powerful attachment. I'm feeling very, very strongly for this person. With the Devil card here too, it could be the one, or if you're intimate with most of them, that's fine too, but just be safe. Again, always be safe. There's one specifically where you feel very attached to, very attracted to, almost like, why is this happening? And I do believe that's the one that you're going to be intrigued with, and then when the time comes with the soulmate energy here, one that sticks, if you will. So back to that one and that specific person, I just wanted to clarify, and I wanted to make sure like we're on the same page here. Oh, financially secure, period. So this person is financially secure, or they're going to be in a good place. And helpful. We just saw the acts of service. Oh, this person could want to be very generous with you too. Like, you could bring out a side to this person that they're like, I just feel like I just want to help pile what I want to support them. And also with this gratitude, like the time that you guys enter each other's lives could be so divinely guided that like you helped them just as much, even if it was just being yourself or your energy. Like, you may have opened them up and just made them feel really good, to where they almost feel like they want to reciprocate that back. And if that's their love language, is acts of service, or like, I don't know, like financial things, or taking you out or something like that, they're gonna have the means to do it, which is really cool too. Okay, so more about this person. We have loving. Guys, there's all different types of traits in here too, just like there's all different types of cards, negatives. Well, they could be perceived as negative, or like the negatives is just like maybe experiences that we don't necessarily enjoy, if you get what I'm saying. But like all different types, and like so far, yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, so we have Aries. Aries could be significant. Aries season, April and the end of March too. Just throwing that out there. Maybe if you want to jot that down. And then we have Scorpio too. And if this is confusing, don't worry. It's a general reading, which means that they're bound to be different sides. And also, these could just be indicative of like the type of energy. Like Aries is very, it's very like, okay, so I'm just going to read it the way that it's coming through for you specifically. It's very like, I want this, I'm going to get this type of energy here that I'm feeling from this. It's very much like, I feel passion here. I want to take charge, and I want to show you that I want you with this Aries energy. Also, sometimes though, like they could be a little impulsive, but I mean, due to the other energy, I feel like they have a good head on their shoulders for the most part. I feel like this is mostly like, oh, I just heard when it comes to you, actually. When it comes to you, this person is probably a little bit impulsive. And I feel like there's almost like an animalistic nature to this of like, I just can't control myself when it comes to you, Pile 1. And there's a hot and steamy energy. Oh yeah, duh. Especially with the Scorpio energy in this Aries, I'm like getting like water, fire, steam, like and stuff. And so it's gonna be very steamy, very passionate. You guys would probably have a really good sex life. Again, love that for you. And so with the Scorpio energy, but there's something that's very deep about this person too. They want to go deep with you. And I don't mean that as just a sexual innuendo. I know that we were just talking about that. But like, I definitely feel like this is beyond surface level. And I'm hearing that not many people get to see that side of this person. And so they feel comfortable enough with you to open up and to go to those places that can be quite difficult as well. It's funny because I think we were talking about 8th house here too. And the last trait that we have for this person, for you, is funny. How cute. I love that. So they're funny. We love a good sense of humor. We love to laugh over here. We don't like to be serious all the time, but maybe with that Scorpio energy, there's like a little mix of both. Like they're serious about you for sure, but they also like to crack a little jokey joke. And I love me a comedian. I love me somebody who can crack a joke in the worst of times too. Make me, like when I'm crying, make me laugh. I love that. So yeah, but like I said, takes time. So I am sensing for you guys that this connection, this one here, isn't going to be right off the bat. Like you're going to date and you may have like little flings. You may have somebody that you talk to for a week or something and it falls off and stuff like that. But you will know by how it sticks. You will know by the way they communicate and how they want to chase you. And I feel like you're going to be in this energy too. Even with that Empress card that came out too, where you're like, I'm deserving of this. I'm deserving of love. I'm deserving to be chased and stuff like that. And it's going to feel really good. And it kind of shifts the energy. It shifts the energy from like, almost like it shifts the energy from like being like in a desperation to like abundant. You know what I'm saying? And that is like night and day. Okay, so can we get some significant zodiac signs here for my pile ones? Sagittarius. Sagittarius being a significant zodiac sign. Oh, thought it was going to roll off. Aquarius. Okay. I think we did mention Aquarius here too. Also, if you see your zodiac sign, that could just be confirmation as well that this reading's for you. Take it however you like, guys. And Libra. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Now I think we're just going to get a parting message for you. Anything you need to know about what's next in your love life. I have all my decks right here, and I'm kind of like intuitively skimming like which one I want to use, and I'm kind of gonna bring two, so I'm pulling two here for you. Spirit, what does pile one need to know about what is next in love? What is the message for them, Spirit? What is next for what's next in love? Lilith. Oh, I had a feeling Lilith was going to come out. How did I know that? As I was grabbing this deck, I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if Lilith's going to come out. I just heard resurrection with this Lilith energy. That's a word that I specifically heard, resurrection. I do think that you're going to be in this unapologetic energy here. You're like no longer self-sacrificing. I don't want to do things that I don't want to do. No more people pleasing. Lilith energy is powerful, but it's also about like overcoming the things that once like oppressed us. And so this could be about like the things that you're working through here as well. Feeling like I have to do something that I don't want to do, feeling pressured, stuff like that. I feel like that it's definitely leading you to this specific person. And I'm hearing again, like saying no, I don't feel comfortable with that. Saying no, I don't want to do that. No, this situation isn't for me. And with this Lilith energy too, I can't help but to think that there's such a sensual energy here for you too. And almost like a dark, like mysterious aura. Why am I getting this, Spirit? What's going on here? Oh, we have Neptune too, speaking of that. Tell me more about this. 6th house and Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we have the 4th house. Especially with this taking time, you know, you could be taking a little bit of time to just indulge in yourself. The 6th house specifically is about like work, day-to-day, things like that. But it also, the highlighted part for me specifically right now is your health, your routines, and your day-to-day activities. And I feel like you're being called to right now kind of put a little bit more time into that, whether that is like a routine, a regimen, whether it could be like something physical, like working out, I don't know, skincare. Like with this Lilith energy, it could be like about beauty and things like that too, if that's what you want to do, of course. But also it's about like how you're caring for yourself on the day-to-day. And I think that this is also about, I'm hearing the 6th house is also about sustainability too. This is how you're going to be looking at things, is like, is this situation sustainable? For an example, like the high highs and low lows that some of you may have experienced or have been used to, that isn't something that is sustainable, right? We want something that is able to comfort us, is able to be with us, is able to work through things with us, specifically connections, you know, through health and through sickness, right? And things like that. And when you are choosing your partner, I feel like these are things that you're going to be taking into consideration. And you may be with this Aquarius energy looking outside the box. You may be getting out of like your usual type. If you have a usual type, you may be going through a shedding phase to where you're like, I'm not really into that anymore. If that seems to some of you like outlandish, I don't know. I would say give it a chance or give you some time, because that is something that can happen naturally, specifically if your usual type is not good for you or hasn't been good for you. Another thing with this too, it's like a reminder with this 6th house that the partner that you want by your side, the partner that you're going to be choosing, is somebody that is going to grow with you through all of life's ups and downs. So you want somebody who's going to be loving, who's going to be supportive, helpful, and secure. Kind of like this soulmate that you're going to be attracting, things to look out for. This person's going to be, you know, you're going to want to grow old together, right? So an actual bond, a heart-to-heart bond, not just attraction, not just pure physical attraction or lust. This is something that outlasts too. You can have both. Like you can have somebody that you're attracted to, but also create and develop a bond with where you guys grow older and they support you, you know, in life. The partner that you're going to be choosing is somebody that's going to be there when, you know, both or either or, if you're lucky to still have them, but you know, when your family passes, when your parents grow old and they pass and things like that. All of these things are things to take into consideration, that this is going to be the person that you have by your side too. And, you know, so it shows a special kind of character and a special kind of person. So if you feel like, you know, there's people around you that, you know, you're interested in, like, you know, you dabble and stuff like that, but they also, like, there's red flags. Like maybe they kind of, I'm going to be blunt, but like, you know, I really like this person, they're really hot, but sometimes they can just be a straight up piece of shit. Maybe that's a sign that they're probably not for you and stuff like that. And so with this Lilith here, this kind of reminds me of that channeled song too. Like, don't be afraid to have those hard conversations. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself as well. Like insecurities, things like that, like overcoming these things and like somebody like loving you for those anyways. It's not like, and with the 6th house being Virgo too, you know, sometimes we can be very critical of ourselves. Sometimes we can want to overcompensate in areas. We want to be overly giving, because the 6th house is also that house of the service there too. And so it's like you're recognizing old patterns and old things, and you're recognizing that those things can be loved anyways too. Like somebody can see these parts of you and still love you, you know. And it's not that they only have to love you for these parts, but they love you whether it's despite these parts or anything like that, and vice versa. And so it kind of feels like what you're looking for in love is something true and real. And then, like we said, when you kind of go back out there, your discernment is going to be very, very important. This has been a theme here for you as well. Give yourself time. It takes time. You don't need to have all the answers right now, and so on and so forth. The 4th house, being the house of Cancer too, it's okay to want to feel safe with somebody. It's okay to want a connection where you feel like home and you feel connected, but it also requires an amount of vulnerability here too. Not everyone deserves to see that side of you. There's a specific message, I don't know if it was in this deck or like another one about Cancer, and it's really beautiful, and it's about like, you know, sometimes you have to take off that hard shell and show the softness what's underneath, but it's okay. You can carry that shell, you can carry that armor with you, you know, and have it by your side if you need it. And like maybe if you have to use it, like that sword in the rose and stuff, but just know that, you know, something as deep like this is going to require a parts of you to be seen that may be very uncomfortable too. So, you know, you're going to be willing to have that. All of these things I think are just things to remember and things to think about. The Aquarius card as well, maybe like thinking outside the box, don't limit yourself. And also sometimes the Aquarius can also be our times where we need to shut out the noise and really think about, you know, what we want, who we are, where we're going. I feel like there's just a profound depth to these messages. So we're just seeing like what's going to happen here, and like obviously what resonates for you. And even if you need to, like during this whole experience, if you feel like you need time for yourself too, to kind of turn off the phone, to shut off things, and even if it's just a couple days, right? Like in the midst of this, obviously if you have obligations, like, you know, people and stuff like that, that's okay to communicate it with them, or like you have kids and stuff like that. But, you know, just maybe even give yourself a couple days just of like to cut out the noise, to see what comes up for you, to see what answers come up for you in love and stuff like that. Do that too, if you feel called to as well. Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, with this 6th house and selfless energy, with this Lilith, it's like a balance between self-preservation, self-protection, what's good for you, but also giving to the connections and giving in what's good for them too. And everything really, you know, like I could go on about how everything is kind of a beautiful tightrope balance here. But you'll know when you experience it. You'll know when you see it. Versus what's not for you too. It may take some time, of course. Oh, it takes time. But you'll know. And this feels very divinely guided. This feels very fated. So you can take a little bit of the pressure off of yourself too. And allow the universe to do a little magic here as well. But that's it. Are we still recording? We are. Okay, sometimes with the long ones, it'll freaking cut me off, and I hate it. Because then I don't know when I was like, I was yapping that whole time, and I don't know what got and what didn't. I have to go back and look. But thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking around, specifically in these long ones too. I really love doing them, and I love doing these readings for you. Thank you to those who are so patient as well. With me, because sometimes I do have to, you know, we were talking about, I do have to kind of shut off and disappear in my own little energy, but I told you guys, I promise I'm always coming back. If I don't, you know, if you don't see like something that says I'm quitting forever, which you won't, but If you don't see that, I'm coming back, and thank you for those that are patient with me. Thank you to those who ask for the suggestions for the readings. Thank you to those who like the videos and like the readings, gives a thumbs up. That's such a simple way to show support. Thank you to those who comment and share your love, share your experiences, share your story, share anything, really. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you to those who are subscribed. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you for being a part of this community, and I welcome you all. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one, the next reading, the next topic, whatever it may be. Even if you're not looking for it, maybe I'll pop up on your timeline with a reading that you need to hear at that time. I love that too. And I will see you there either way. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Moondust Tarot deck, or if you chose the Citrine, you found the right place. So, welcome all my Pile 2 singles. We are going to be looking at what is next in love for you. What do you have coming next? What do you have that you need to know about? Maybe look forward to. Maybe it's a warning. Who knows? Let's see. Either way, we're going to be checking it out. We're also going to be getting as much information as possible based off of the information that we receive at first too. So we'll go off there, ask questions from there. But most likely this is probably going to be a very in-depth, longer one. Just a little heads up for you if you need to adjust, save it for later, whatever you got to do, okay? Also, I believe I said this in the intro, but if you didn't hear it or you missed it, if you would like to, since it is going to be a lot of information, maybe even a lot of information thrown at you, it could feel sometimes like an overload. What do I need to know? How am I going to remember all this? You can grab yourself a pen, paper, a notebook, whatever it is that you would use to jot down notes or any information that either stands out to you that you would like to remember or come back to at another time, okay? If you do not want to do that, that's perfectly fine too. That's just a suggestion. Either way, welcome. Just happy that you're here, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my Pile 2's collective energy and the collective messages of what is next in love for them. What do they need to know about what's next in love for them? May this reading offer them clarity, insights, answers, predictions, anything at all really that they need to know about what's next in love. Thank you very much, Spirit. I also feel guided to remind you that this is a timeless reading too. So whenever it finds you, it's when it's meant to find you. It doesn't matter about when I post it or any of that, okay? So Spirit, what is next in love for Pile 2? Oh, okay. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles. What is next in love? We have the Lovers. I'm really drawn to that beautiful rainbow right there too. What is next in love for Pile 2? What is next in love for my Pile 2? Oop. That's a lot of cards. That's way too many cards. I think we're going to take the top one though. So we have the Seven of Wands. And underneath that we have the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups. Okay. So this is telling a story as well, so we're going to keep that with this. This makes sense on why this is out. Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Got it. Okay. Clarify the Seven of Swords here. We have the Fool and the Empress. Wow. Clarify the Four of Pentacles here. Why is the Four of Pentacles here, Spirit? Such a beautiful deck. I love that white owl right here too. We have the Ten of Pentacles clarifying the Four of Pentacles. And last but not least, what is this Lovers about? Clarify the Lovers for us, please, Spirit. I'm dying. Oh, shoot. Spirit said, well, here you go. We have the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and we have Strength. I'm going to take Strength. It's the one I saw first. But we will talk about the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. There's a lot of, with the message here, with that group of cards that came out, with the 9 of Swords, and even this right here, there's a lot of messages of trying your best to rest those nagging thoughts, those, whether they're the insecurities, sorry, my dog's snoring in the background, or they're things from the past coming up and things like that. This next era in love for you, which I do feel like it is a connection with the Lovers here. This next connection in love for you may be quite triggering, but yet it is also going to be equally healing. Now, I don't mean like triggering as in like this person is going to hurt you or deceive you. I'm getting that it's all about you coming out of your shell again and feeling safe in a connection. And so that may be like, you know, you may get triggered, or you may have worries, or you may have doubts. You may be wondering, like, of course, like those are natural things, and you're really being asked to stand tall, stand ground. Don't succumb to these, okay? Don't bend to these, or bend the knee, so to speak, to these, because there's something about continuing on here and seeing for yourself. Very important message there too. But so sometimes when we feel triggered and stuff, we feel like, oh, well, maybe that's a sign, maybe this isn't for me. I'm feeling like these triggers are coming from old wounds that are coming to the surface, that are you're meant to acknowledge, almost like nourish in a way, of yourself and past wounds, and allow it to heal you in a beautiful way. Let's talk about it too. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. That was very important for me. It really stood out to me, especially with this gold energy. So first things first, let's see what zodiac signs we have here too. We're going to get more confirmation. We're going to get also, since I am sensing a specific connection, we're going to get information about that. We're going to try to get a timeline for you here. And then just more information, like I said, all encompassing. But let's see what we have here so far. So we have Gemini that stands out. We have Leo. We have Taurus. And the Empress being Venus. We already said Taurus, but maybe Libra as well. The Fool being Aquarius. I mean, Uranus, we'll say Aquarius. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about what's next in love for you. I feel like for some of you with the 7 of Swords, you may have been through connections, or if this is something recent, a recent connection where the trust was broken. Maybe you found some information out. Maybe they were hiding from you, or maybe your past partners haven't been as honest with you, or maybe you just have wounds with, you know, whether that's being cheated on, all of these things, right? And they may have made it very hard for you to trust moving into new situations, you know, trust what other people say, maybe trusting a specific gender, you know, depending on you and your own personal experiences. The Fool though, and the Empress is a beautiful sign of breaking free from this, not allowing it to dictate you. Again, it's healing. And with the Empress here, it's opening up and being receptive to whether that's a new specific connection. The 4 of Pentacles, however, though, I do feel like this means you may be playing your cards close to your chest, I guess I should say. And you're wanting something that feels very safe and very secure. Also something that you can build with for the future. And I do feel like this is something that you are attracting. That's why we have this 10 of Pentacles and this 4 of Pentacles here too. With this though, with this idea of security, with this idea of building something very long lasting for the future, that's where these triggers may come up. And this could be for you and this person as well. You're going to have to learn again how to trust, maybe even ease, and have some sort of emotional regulation. This is going to be a person that is going to help you do this. This is going to be somebody that is going to be patient here with you, with the Lovers here and the Strength. But I think that it's going to, take some definite strength in regards to this. It's scary opening your heart to somebody new. it's scary, you know, being vulnerable and things like that. But with the Lovers here too, there's something that just feels very aligned and feels very right. Maybe in situations where you normally would have ran, or this person would have ran, or you would have said, no way, I'm not doing that. There's something here that keeps you very intrigued with this person. It's like almost like an intuitive type of feeling of like, I feel like I can love this person. I feel like this could be something. I feel like we could have something very special. I feel like they're being honest to me, but I have to be honest with you. In this energy, I'm feeling very much anxiety too about this. So this is something that you're being asked to work through, to trust yourself. I feel like we saw the Queen of Swords, or if not, the Queen of Swords is coming into my mind, which the Queen of Swords is very much about like making decisions, being very rational, not letting your emotions dictate you, and seeing things very clearly. Now it is the Queen, so we have that feminine energy still, so we still have that like intuitiveness to it, but for the most part, she's very logical, and she's not letting like her fears, her doubts, or even her overwhelming want and desire blind her. She's able to see something very clearly, and these are all very important for you within this next situation here too. Like we said, the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Swords, you're standing up to those doubts, you're standing up to those fears, and you're saying, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I'm gonna have to see it for myself. The Hierophant is, yes, it is lots of lessons. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune under there too. Wow. Yes, lots of lessons, but it's also about commitment, higher commitment here too. So I do think you have a situation and a connection where there is going to be a want for mutual commitment. There's going to be a want for something deeper. There's going to be a need to be patient with each other. There's going to be a need to communicate as well. Just like with this Four of Pentacles, sometimes this can represent being safe and wanting to be in our comfort zone. You may have to open up and have those hard conversations, communicate on like what's going on with you and how you're feeling. And you'll know if this person is able to handle this and is able to stay there, because they'll show you, right? They will show you. There's something very like heart chakra here with the Lovers, but also just doing that or wanting to pursue this just feels like it's going to require lots of strength. I feel as though this may just be as rewarding as it is challenging too, though. So be aware of that. I feel like you wouldn't be asked to stand tall and do all this if it wasn't something that you were meant to see. But sometimes we can get blinded by our past experiences, and like these things are natural to come up. It's about who works through these with you. And you also have to be aware too of like the communication style on both ends, but you can only control you. And so what I'm hearing from Spirit is like, people normally aren't mind readers too, and if this is going to be a new connection, so they're going to have to learn you, and you're going to have to learn them. And it's nothing that is supposed to be like so fast. This does feel like a very slow and steady wins the race type of energy, but also yeah, no, it does feel like that too, because we don't even really have much about like wands and things like that, which are fast and like very passionate and stuff. This feels like something that you guys are both going to want to build the sense of security within each other. That you know, that requires the vulnerability, the communication, it requires the trust, it requires the listening, and all of these things that you know, a long-lasting connection needs. But I love that we have this, like I said, I love that we have this Fool card here with the Seven of Swords and this Empress. They're like, okay, these things that were burdening me, these past experiences that I went through, that's no longer like what is dictating me now and going to dictate my choices. You are breaking free from this, which I actually do love. And even if this is just your intention here of like wanting the security in the long term, you are, with that, you are calling this in. So don't be, you know, don't be like surprised, or like I said, sometimes the doubts and the fears can be very real, but sometimes our fears can lie to us. And I feel like there's an energy of not letting that control you or dictate this situation any longer. So I want to see here more information, Spirit. What else can you tell us about what is next in love for pile 2? Oh, we do have passion here. I do like that. We need a little bit of passion. But I feel like also, you know, the reason why it wasn't just all that all at once is because this is something that is meant to be, I feel, a little bit of a slow burn, because you need that energy. You need that chance to kind of come out of your shell, dip your toes in the water and experience it without, you know, being pulled into the depths really fast or being pushed in to the water to where you're panicking and you feel like you can't swim. I feel like this is something that is going to be good for you on that end here. So I like how these came out together. So we have girl with a snake, charmed, use, enable your boundaries. This person is trying to see clearly through, you know, and try to weed out, is this person a snake in the sense, you know, are they using me? Are they just using their charm to get what they want from me, you know? And so it is going to be like, my boundaries are very set. This is what I was kind of feeling with that 4 of Pentacles. You're like, I'm very protected right here, okay? And so it may be challenging again for you to want to open up with this situation, but time will definitely tell. And like I said, the ones who are staying will be patient with you. They will be understanding, and they will probably, you know, have their own like issues and reservations too, but it's again how you overcome, how you communicate these. I do feel like these cards came out, they flew out together on top of this because we have evolving and growth, next phase, healing inner child, and releasing the past. Again, like, this is how the world has looked to you through relationships, right? Because of the experiences probably that you've gone through. This is a new experience, so you are going to be evolving and growing, and like we said, releasing the past. There could be a lot of inner child healing here too, which all in all, I feel like is needed. These are things that are meant to come up or needing to come up, so you can move past these and have that long-lasting connection. I'm feeling like the rewards, again, at the end of this is going to be worth it here. And maybe this passion here, the insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equal interest, and burning desire is what keeps it going, and like you and this person not running from each other. You know, because if there wasn't that, then you'd be like, well then what's the point? There has to be a desire at least. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about, thank you, what's next in love? Okay. We have the clock, needing time, cycles take time, time to heal, progressing. I do feel like, yeah, that is that message too of like needing to see things with yourself, needing to have patience with yourself and with this person as well. For some of you, this may be a little bit of time of when this comes in. We're gonna look, don't worry, we're gonna look at the time frame too, so hopefully we'll get some clarity on that for you. But it's just like, you're not rushing this. Oh, I love this. We have paradise, happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, the honeymoon phase, and then we have blowing a kiss. Unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness to love, affection returned. This might feel really good because this could be a situation to where you are getting what you give in this situation, and there is joy here. It does feel really good. And with the blowing the kiss, like, just it feels back, the back and forth is really good. Like you guys are both equally as interested, which is of course is what you want. For some of you, maybe if it feels like in the past connections, it's always kind of been like a tug and pull. It's always kind of been like one person feels one way, and then when they shift, the other person starts to reciprocate, but now they're like, the other person's now in this energy, or maybe like a runner chaser type of dynamic. This is showing that you do want something more stable, and that that's not what you want. You want that equal give and take. You want that equal balance of like, I like this person, they like me too, we can grow together. And it's something that you need and is going to be shown to you, in fact, too, which is important. But also you're going to have to do your part too in showing as well, which I feel like this pile, for whatever reason, with this energy, being vulnerable it may take some strength, like we were talking about, but you're ready for it with the Fool and the Empress. The Empress is like that divine feminine, opening up to love, you know, being receptive and stuff to it. So I do like that for you as well. This shows that when this connection comes, you will be ready for that, and you will break free from all of the other stuff too. There could be lots of kissing, lots of touching, you know, maybe you guys just really are just into each other. And with this paradise, I'm getting like at times it could feel too good to be true, which can also be quite triggering. And so just be aware of that too. It doesn't mean that there's always something wrong, but there does mean that there's a need to either communicate this or a need to regulate this. It just feels like a lot of healing for you, which is easy and hard at the same time. Nothing is always super easy, right? Nothing is 100% easy, and nothing should be 100% hard. So I do like that we have this balance here too. We have this good enjoyment, and then we also have, you know, the things that probably are going to be a bit challenging and stuff. And like I said, it's all about how you and this person work through these things and all the commitment and things like that. Ooh, Four of Wands underneath after that Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is always a very fated energy, very divinely guided, or like maybe like, you know, you don't really have too much control over when this or this person, but it's meant to happen regardless. And maybe even there's a need to release control and release the expectations of what it's actually going to be. But I feel like one of the things that you're going to be needing and receiving, hopefully receiving from this person, is that fairness. Specifically too, if you feel like you've been burned, or you feel like you give your all to connections and then it turns out another way or doesn't turn out in your favor, you're like, this is something that I deserve, okay? And I really like this for you. And I do feel like it is going to take time to see this, and I feel like, yeah, because you don't want to push too hard and too far and too much. And also, if you have been used to connections in the past too, of like very passionate rushes in and stuff like that, and then also when you're in very deep, you're starting to notice things or see red flags and things like that, and you're like, oh gosh, this seems to be something that you've learned from, and you're taking your time because of that. We have the Golden Mirror, love bombing. Yeah, okay, so it takes time because maybe the other connections before, there's lots of love bombing there and stuff. And so you're wary now because you've been through it, you know, like, and you recognize that, like, okay, hey, we just met like a week ago and you're already telling me like you're want to move in with me and things like that. You're like, hey, that's probably like a red flag or something. Or just don't take that seriously whatsoever. But like, it kind of feels like you're able to see through anything at this time, but sometimes those fears can feel very strongly, right? They can feel very real and stuff. And with the Seven of Wands here, if you deem this worthy, you can stand up to it and see for yourself. Very interesting. Yeah, but we have so much potential for long-term commitment. We even have the Four of Wands under here and the Hierophant. If these two cards together give very much like wedding, maybe. Union. But we have commitment, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles here too. So this is something that you see a hell of a lot of long-term potential in. But you're also like, I have my eye on you, which is understandable. Oh, I was going to show you the bottom of the deck, but I think that was there from the last pile, but it was the Cupid's arrow about having faith. Having faith that love is coming. Spirit, give us one more card about what's next before we move into when, and then we're going to move into about the person, okay? One more card about what is next in love, Spirit. Oh, shoot. We have wedding rings coming up. We have a lot, but the top one is wedding rings. We were just talking about that, but it's union, wedding, marriage, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. To say the least, depending, because it is a general reading, I would say that this is probably something long-term that is going to last for a while. We also have mirror, though, mirroring each other, self-image relationships, reflecting our wounds and introspection, I'm sorry. Yeah, but it is going to take you guys both to look at yourself and to overcome any of the like challenging things that come to the surface. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I know how that sounds. Like, sometimes when you hear that, it sounds like very like dreary, like you're like, oh, it's doomed and stuff like that. But some of my most long-term and successful connections have been like the biggest mirrors, where we communicate, overcome, talk through, work through, and build that sacred bond of like, okay, this conflict and these challenges aren't meant to break us, that we now have security within each other, that when conflict or wounds arise, we can work through it. That is how you build the trust too. So be aware of that. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have Paradise again. Happiness, expansive, joy, playfulness. I feel like I just wanted to say too, like, I want it to be like pile too. Like, I just want the best for you. I want this for you. This Paradise. Where you and this person just enjoy each other's company. As I say that, bottom of the deck, we have Coffee Cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. And then we have the stabbing in the back and stuff. That could also be it's behind, yep, because after that we have healing heart. But I do feel like you, and then possibly this person, we'll see about them too. You might just be very, very worried about being deceived. Is this person who they say they are? I just heard only time will tell here too. We have twin flame. Okay. Okay. So before we see the person, which I'm actually very interested in, we're going to see some timeline, Spirit. And I also want to say this is a general reading. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? But we're going to see. When is this connection, Spirit, coming in to my pile two's life? Ooh, night. Oh, night. That's interesting. Night is also something very dark too. Nighttime is when we have to use our other senses. Nighttime is when the sun isn't out for our clarity. So there could be a little bit of mystery here about when you guys meet. Also, though, you guys could meet at night. I'm seeing people laying in their bed on their phones. So maybe at night, this person comes to you through apps. If you're on dating apps, social media, it just could be like nighttime, like maybe you see them, you see their profile. For some of you also, your first meeting, if this is like a dating thing and you go out on a date, it could be nighttime too. But also, I do want to say though, nighttime is when like we're not able to see everything all at once at the same time. Oh, go at the bottom. When is this connection coming into... Oh. Okay. Unknown. Oh my God. I knew it with the night. There was mystery here. Also, bottom of the deck, we have winter. So winter months could be significant. But I do want to say this one was popping out. So for some of you, it is unknown and you may have to let that go, which was so funny because in pile one, we got very specific timelines. And I think I jinxed it because I was like, oh my God, I love when it's so specific. I was like, I hate when Spirit's like, oh no, it's a mystery and we don't know. And then the next reading I do, it's like unknown, nighttime, you can't see it yet. But this could also be for divine reasons, guys, too. I know that's probably like some of you guys seeing this are rolling your eyes. I can't say I wouldn't be either, but it's also like it's giving very much divine timing. It's giving very much, which you guys are probably sick of hearing too. It's giving very much dependent on each other's circumstances, where you're at in life, where they're at in life, how they're feeling. It's giving very much, this is going to happen when it's aligned, not on a specific date. There's no like your soul contract wasn't like on this day of this, time isn't really a thing to Spirit, but it's like when you're in this energy and when they're in this energy is when it's going to happen. But let's just say one peeking out, which will put it back, we have 3 to 6 weeks, okay? We're going to put that back, okay? But I wanted to let you know. 3 to 6 weeks, maybe. Unknown. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, but we did have winter time too. Maybe some of you guys are going through your own personal winter. Maybe you guys are, like, for some of you, if you've kind of been healing through heartbreak or something like that, this can be like when you are over this situation. And that could also be different for each and every one of you, right? But this is a connection that is very important and very much worth waiting for, as you can see here. Okay, so let's get things about them. Spirit, tell me about this person. Oh, shoot. Okay, I guess we'll take that. I think I need to get a bigger bowl. Oh, I didn't even see that either. So we're going to be looking into this person about... And we're going to get zodiac signs too. Actually, let me pull that. I'm using different decks for you, which is... I gotta note which ones I'm using, so when I write them down in the description box, since you guys asked the names of the decks, I do always put them in the description box, but I confuse myself when I use different ones each reading. Tell me about this person, Spirit. This person that's next in love. Oh, I just saw someone else. So I just saw the card someone else, and this, it didn't come out, but it makes me think that if, for those of you that have a specific person on your mind, this could be a sign that it's somebody else. Interesting. We have intimacy. Emotional intimacy could be very important to this person as well, not just sexual intimacy. Tell me about this person, Spirit. Ooh, so we have move on. Someone is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. This person is coming in when there's just multiple different messages. This person is coming in when you fully move on from a complete situation, or maybe you're just over something in general, or over love in general, and you're like, it's done, I'm not doing it, and then like this person comes in. And also this person could be moving on right now, which the unknown, this person could be moving on right now from their own situation too, like their own person where it hasn't worked out for them and stuff like that. You guys could actually have very similar experiences in love too. So they may be, but maybe just different timelines, right? And so right now they're probably currently trying to move on, or are moving on from somebody that it's definitely over with here too. And they've also probably had to move on from lots of situations as well too. So that could also be like how they're stepping into this connection here. Tell me about this person, Spirit. But yeah, I can't ignore that first message too. And just take what resonates. Like, obviously, that this person could be somebody else that you don't have in mind. And they're coming in after you move on from a specific person too, as they are moving on. Like, you guys could be dealing with your own situations, but also take what resonates. If you're single as a Pringle and you're like, hey, I'm not like doing that, then just, they're probably moving on from something right now. That's why it may take time. Okay, tell me about this person, Spirit, please. Ooh, confession. Someone has something to tell you. Bottom of the deck, we have caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. This is somebody that is going to want to express themselves to you. I do feel like with this confession, they probably will be very expressive, like I said, with their emotions. And also it may come as a surprise. This person may come as a specific surprise. We're going to dig more. I want to get more information about this person, like how they come into your life, because for some of you too, this could be somebody that you have moved on from and they have a confession. But I want to say though, if you're thinking about somebody who's been very toxic to you, who has been very deceiving to you, it's not them. Okay, let's get some more cards. Tell me about this person. Okay, I'm looking at this and asking in my head, and Spirit is saying that they are very expressive with how they feel. kind of want to get some clarifiers. Ooh, we have 7th house and we have Libra. Libra is the ruler of 7th house. So I like that these come out together as well. Libra is very balanced and very fair, whereas the 7th house is very committed. It is about long-term commitments, long-term connections. Marriages are in the 7th house too, along with business connections too. For some reason, I felt like saying that. Maybe like for some of you could meet this person through a business connection, but I don't think that's for everybody really. I think that this person is somebody who values relationships, who values honesty, who values fairness, and who definitely values communication, with this Libra being an air sign energy. They are somebody who's also very into equal give and take. I don't want to give too much if you're not giving me anything, right? But if you give me the world, oh my goodness, you'll get even more, or you'll get the world back too. I just heard, show me you love me and I'm all yours. Like, they love that type of stuff too. But yeah, this is somebody who values connections as well. Also, it's no coincidence the 7th house being the direct opposite from the ascendant, the self, too. This person is going to be very mirroring as well of things, but also things, good things, things that you want, things that feel aligned to you here as well. Second house, this person, I feel like this person has a strong sense of value. But also, you may have 2nd house synastry with this person. 2nd house synastry, I feel like that kind of gets overlooked sometimes in synastry. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the wrong people who are reading it. But like, this can be where you feel very valued by your person. This could also feel like you want to give back to this person. Also, I would say like 7th house synastry can also indicate too, like wanting to be spoiled or wanting to spoil your person as well. Give them lots of gifts and things like that. But you could just make them feel, they could make you feel really good about themselves. You make them feel really good about themselves. They make you feel very worthy, very appreciated. It's a very like honorable placement as well. Okay, I have to, guys. I have to see. Clarify this, move on. Spirit, about this. The World. Okay. They are currently ending cycles for sure. The World is the last card in the major arcana. It does represent endings, but it also represents overcoming obstacles and challenges, and it represents completion. Okay, so I do think that they are currently in this energy of completing their own certain cycles here too, and that's why this is coming through here. But these are going to be necessary, and I think very much divinely aligned with what they're going to be stepping into here with you. Oh, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they could be like, when you meet them or when they come in your energy, they're in a very like independent type of energy, but they're moving on from those old cycles and things like that right now as we speak. What is this confession energy, Spirit? We have the Page of Wands, and we also have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody that actually I feel is going to want to lighten your burdens. You may lighten theirs, but also this does feel like the tough conversations, that heaviness, that heavy energy. They're like, okay, I have to get something, I have to get it off my chest. This is the type of person that's like, I don't want to let this just sit and fester. This is weighing on me. This is bothering me. I need to tell you. I need to tell you so I can lighten this load, so we can feel better. They're going to want to have those types of conversations here with you, which I really like. Bottom of the deck now, we have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, they want to feel fulfilled in relationships just as much as you do. And I feel like they're currently going through or letting go of a tough, challenging connection. And I feel like you are going to be a breath of fresh air to this person, which is why I feel like it's coming through, or being very adamant here about it. So another description of this person is we have Virgo, which was interesting because I noticed that this is on Virgo. Interesting. So we have lots of Virgo energy here. Also, I'm being guided to think of the Hermit too. This person could have done a lot of self-discovery. They could have a lot of wisdom, or they could also just be a kind of hermit within themselves too. They could be very introverted here. We have Daredevil. Maybe specifically with you too. They could be like wanting to be like more of a risk taker, like especially in this connection or in love too. Like they're like, you know what, like I know that this is very scary and stuff like that, but they're like, I want to take that risk. Also, they could just be very interesting in the fact of like they seem like they're into things that maybe are a little taboo, or like they could just come off as very brave at times too. Interesting. A nice smile. So this person has a nice smile. You'll recognize them by their smile, maybe, or you'll just really like it. We have Gemini. Gemini energy. Didn't we have Gemini energy in the beginning with the Lovers? We definitely did. So Gemini could be very significant. We'll see as well when we get more zodiac signs here too. Also, Virgo and Gemini coming out are both Mercury ruled, the planet of communication. So there is a lot here about communication. Maybe you and this person have a lot of communication first, like maybe before you guys even meet, or that's something that's very significant to this connection is you guys just communicating, whether it's your day-to-day, whether it's everything on your mind, or you guys just slowly build a bond and a relationship by just communicating all the time with each other too. Gemini always gives off such a playful energy too, so that could be something significant. We have the 5th house, which is the house of dating, romance, the house of Leo. Children are also in there too, and creativity. So this is a good sign, I feel like, for a connection. We have the 7th house coming too, which I do want to say, 5th house is more short-term dating, but it's also very fun. It's also very romantic. This person would maybe wants to go out with you all the time, maybe want to experience new things with you, try new foods, try new places, travel, whatever it is, just because of like the funness of here. But they also value the long-term effects too. So I do like how we have that balance, because sometimes the 5th house can be connections that don't last long. They're really fun and you date and stuff like that, but they're not forever, where the 7th house is. So we have both of those things. But there's such a fun, flirty energy with this here too. We have quirky. Sometimes people can take this as an insult, but if you are really into somebody, you love their quirks. You love the things that make them unique, an individual. You love the things that make them stand out, maybe their weird little habits or their quirky ways of being and stuff. Like, you just start to adore that. So there's something very unique about this person, and the things that they do, you may just take a liking to as well. Oh, dropped it. Oh, guys, I can't even make this up. We literally have unique right after. So that definitely speaks for itself. I'm feeling like this person stands out to you too. And they're not somebody who follows the crowd. And you like that. You definitely like that as well. They also value uniqueness too. Oh, I love that. And we have nurturing. So at the same time with all of this person is going to be very nurturing, which is exactly what you need to feel safe, right? You need that kind of nurturing and loving, and to open up and to accept, to feel good and to feel safe and accepted and loving and stuff like that. And I love that we have the Empress here too, which is that with the 7 of Swords, that kind of deceitful trickery type of energy. We have that Fool and that Empress energy, which is kind of saying like, okay, maybe the nurturing, maybe the love that you feel is allowing you to break free from those old wounds and to open up. And I think that this person is going to help you do that as well. Very interesting. All in all, I feel like this has been a very good reading. Spirit, tell me more about this person for my pile 2, about this person that's next in love. The unknown one, though, but tell me about that. Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, becoming strategic, options not showing, hand, gambling. Didn't we say that about you too? There's a lot of mystery surrounding this, I can tell. Tell me more about this person. They could just be somebody who naturally keeps their cards close to themselves, though, for that reason. And so opening up to you is probably a big deal. We have the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. This person has definitely been through situations that have transformed them, where they have kind of been broken down. Maybe even like we were talking about, this is for both of you, like deceived and stuff like that. And so they've learned to grow and rise above, like that Phoenix type of energy here too. So this person is very strong. They have had their challenges in life and love and certain things, and it's made them who they are today. Yeah. So we have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. That's funny because we saw that 9 of Pentacles at the bottom too. This person is going to be in a very single, independent energy when you come across them. So right now, they could just be literally like trying to live their life. It says moving on. So moving on from a situation that probably was one of these causes. They probably did a ringer on them as well. And so they're just in this energy of trying to find their independence, trying to find themselves again, trying to overcome, be single, be happy, hanging out with friends and things like that, because we have not today. And then we have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. So it's like right now they may not be in the receptive energy that you're going to need when they come into your life. That's why it's unknown. That's why it's going to take time, but they will come, but they're currently healing from this energy right now, which is why I feel like it was very important too. They may be working through their own attachments, codependent, obsession, possession, has a block and things like that. So they're going through their own life lessons and their own experiences, which is why I'm definitely feeling this very divinely guided energy of like when the time is right. There's no like exact date where this person wakes up and is like, I'm ready to meet pile 2, you know, like they could be feeling that. That's also an energy that's probably going to be working up to them too. Not necessarily like I need to meet you, because they probably don't know you exist yet, but like that energy of like, okay, I'm ready to get out there again. I'm ready to move, to see what else is out there for me and stuff. And this is when you and this person will come in contact. And you guys could be going through your own winter, right? Or maybe dark night of the soul for them or for you, or just the time where you are growing, you're shedding. The winter is when we lose all of the leaves and it's cold and stuff like that, whereas the next season it starts to grow back. So right now that could also just be very specific to this situation and you and them. It's important if it comes out more than once, right? And I feel like it's supposed to help you and to understand why there's no specific time, or why or what this person is currently going through right now. They're healing from something very important too. And if you were to meet them right now, they wouldn't be ready, right? It wouldn't work out. They wouldn't be as receptive, and they wouldn't be as nurturing and open to this situation. So it kind of just shows why sometimes things have to happen when they have to happen. So, but it's happening. It's gonna happen though. That's why it's like the clock. Okay. Last but not least, that was about what's next. We're going to get a message for you. I'm deciding on what deck I want to use. We're going to get a message for you about just what you need to know moving forward about this connection, about what's next in love, or just a message for you. Okay, I'm naturally gravitating to this one. So let's see. Oh, we have the 3rd chakra. I thought that was the 2nd. We have the 3rd chakra coming out, along with door to romance. Oh, I love that. Bottom of the deck, we have the 5th chakra, the truth, the throat chakra. Now, right now, you're in an energy that's attracting, you know, new opportunities, or this new opportunity opening up this door to romance. But right now, you're in an energy of really working on your self-worth, what you value, what you deserve. And it's very important and adamant going into this next era, or just moving on from now to then, about you only accepting what it is that you feel is worthy to you. This is how you're bringing the situation in. This is how this other person is going to view you too. This other person is going to view you as somebody who doesn't waver, who is worthy, who is somebody who's obviously like doesn't put up with any BS. And they're probably going to notice it's probably because maybe you've been through situations that, you know, you've had to become this version of yourself. But it's important for you about your boundaries, your worth, what you believe, and also overcoming fear too. Sometimes we're kind of scared. It could be about timing. It could be about when we're releasing past connections, things like that. Fear can be clouding the sacral chakra and can keep us from moving forward. It can keep us holding on to situations due to fear of like loss, fear of maybe what nothing else is out there, and things like that. These are things that I think you're currently in the energy of shedding, and you're going to be in this really powerful, strong energy when this situation opens up to you. When this new connection and this door to romance starts to come closer and closer to you as well. And it's also like you've been through connections and certain things that maybe have had you learn that you deserve more. That you're like, you know what? I didn't deserve that. I deserve somebody who's not going to do that to me. I deserve somebody who's going to give me this. Or somebody who's going to be there for me, or you know what I'm saying? Anything really. You can probably put anything that you've maybe experienced that. And that is all like accumulated lessons and accumulated energy for you to realize, hey, I deserve way better than that. And once you start choosing that, once you start understanding that, but not from a place of fear, not from a place of desperation, but you just like say, hey, like I deserve like a connection that is going to treat me the way I deserve to be treated. I deserve somebody that's going to be stable, secure, loving, nurturing, and be there for me when I need them, and who's not going to deceive me, and who's not going to hurt me or cheat on me. That's what I deserve, and that's what I want. And sometimes we can also get kind of boggled down with like everyone else's experiences. And even like if you've experienced something so much, you kind of start to think that that's just how the world is. That's just the normality of things. And that's not necessarily the case. Like one of the things that I've noticed too, like specifically like with the internet and like maybe it's like younger people dating and stuff, but like sometimes we don't even realize how much like cheating and lying and being deceitful is a really bad character flaw. Like I think that we take it sometimes too lightly, because especially if you're in a committed relationship where you and this person have a bond and you're building trust, and you're supposed to be the person that this person loves the most, cherishes the most, their best friend, their confidant, their go-to, and for a person to just go behind their back and openly, or secretly I should say, deceive, hurt, harm, that is a huge character flaw. And that's something that, you know, I think needs to be kind of looked at too, of like, this is supposed to be the most important person to you. Why are you hurting them so much? Like there's an issue with that, right? So that's not normal. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not how everyone interacts. That's not how everyone goes about things. And you don't have to accept any of that or any of those things. And I think that you're in this energy of really building that strength within your worth, who the hell you are, and what you deserve. And that is in turn attracting this connection to you too. So it's time on your end as well. And so honesty and communication is something that's important to both of you, and is going to be important to this connection. It could have been something that's lacking too. We have anxiety, you know, it could be fear of being lied to, but also it is hard to be honest and communicate exactly how you feel all the time too. Truth over fear, you know. The anxieties aren't always true. They are lying to you. This person is looking down and the storm is out here. So they are actually protected, right? Although they may be going through the storm and stuff like that, it's not anything real right here. Now, I'm not saying that your fears or anything like have never been real, but it's also kind of like deciphering between the truth and what is real, which we've kind of seen that as a theme here too, that's coming up for you to know when this situation arrives. So it's very interesting. But all in all, as long as you stand strong on your worth, your values, your truth, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And the reason why I say you'll be fine too is because I'm feeling like when this connection comes, or this specific, you know, when it's received, it's not like no one's going to be able to convince you, gaslight you of like your worth, your values, or, you know, things like that whatsoever. You are going to be standing very strong. And I think that it's just, it may have taken, like we said, it may have taken the experiences, it may have taken the past to create this, to mold this version of yourself. And with this person too, same thing with this Phoenix. When you meet them, they're going to be in a new phase, right? They're gone through their own transformations, their growth and stuff like that. And they're processing, they're dealing with their own things. And it's life, guys. We all go through it. But yeah, it just feels like there's divine reasons for all of these things here. But I am going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, let me check. Yep. I knew it was going to be a long one too, so I had to check again to make sure it's still recording. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for allowing me to read for you. Thank you guys for being open and loving and receptive to my readings. Thank you to those who like the videos, just a quick thumbs up. Thank you to those who comment and share your stories, share your love, your experiences, share your advice, your wisdom. Thank you to those who are subscribed too. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you for wanting to be a part of this community. It means so, so, so much to me. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next reading or readings. If not, if you're not subscribed, maybe I'll see you, or I'll pop up on your timeline randomly when you need another reading divinely timed too. Okay, I love that as well. But either way, I hope I see you there. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the green fluorite or the diamond cut green fluorite or the prism tarot deck, you have found the right place. So this one is for my pile 3 singles, and what is next in love for you? I'm glad that you guys are here. Feel free to, I don't know if you missed the intro, but feel free to grab a pen, paper, notebook, or anything if you feel like you need to jot down notes. This one's going to be a long one, and it's probably going to have a lot of information. So if you want to come back to it later, or you want to make sure you remember something, you can do that. If not, and you just want to watch it normally and just watch it through and sit back and relax, you can do that too. And information will probably stand out to you that you're meant to remember as well. But do what's best for you, okay? I just like to, maybe that's my Virgo energy, my Virgo Mercury. I like to kind of be a little organized when it comes to stuff like that, because sometimes it can feel like there's just so much information being thrown at you. You're like, what do I catch? What do I need to know? What do I need to remember? But that's just me though. Okay. So other than that, we're ready. Spirit, if you could please tune me into my pile 3's collective energy. If you can please show me in pile 3 with the most clarity, what is next in love for them? What do they need to know about what's next in love for them? And hopefully we can offer as much information on this and who or whom as possible for pile 3. Please and thank you, Spirit. May this reading offer pile 3 the answers that they're needing, insights, clarity, or just any information that they need to know about what's next in love for them. Thank you, Spirit. I think that sums it up, right? Just anything that they need to hear and know. Also, this is a timeless reading. It doesn't matter about when I post it. It's all about alignment. So whenever you find it is when it's meant for you, okay? Let's begin now. So what is next in love for pile 3, Spirit? What can you tell us about what's next in love for pile 3? We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is gems in this deck. So something ending, something beginning. It kind of feels like with the 10 of Swords, this could be whether it's current energy, recent past, or something kind of still lingering, or maybe a situation that you've been dealing with. Kind of feels like it has come to an end, and The Ten of Swords, I want to be honest, is not the easiest energy. It's something that kind of, whether it ends abruptly or it ends painfully, it kind of feels like it's this enough is enough type of energy. And with all of the clouds around the skull, it could have been something that was weighing heavy on you as well. We'll get more information into this, but it kind of looks like, yeah, there's an old cycle or an ending of a cycle, maybe a cycle of suffering, maybe a cycle, like a painful cycle, or maybe just an era in your life where, whether it's in love or in general, it just feels like you kind of haven't, it hasn't been the best, whether you haven't been feeling like your best self, things haven't been working out for you. With this Ten of Swords energy, it kind of feels like this is coming to an end, which, as always, endings bring new beginnings and new opportunities here with the Ace of Pentacles. So I like that. Actually, this could be a theme here because these look very similar. And it's like this emphasis around it, and it is the gems here. So I'm already sensing a theme here in regards to opportunities. The Ace of Pentacles, which could just be like something beginning, especially physical, in the physical realm. So let's see. What is next in love for my pile 3's Spirit? It could feel like heavy energy is lifting too, which I do like that. We have the Apprentice of Lightning, which is the Knight of Wands with adventure. And then we have the Apprentice of Swords with ambition. So we have two knights here. That could also represent maybe two people as well. One of them maybe being a fire sign, one of them being an air sign. But let's get deeper messages. Okay. I'm like sitting here staring at this smirking. So I'm like, what is this, Spirit? Okay. So clarifying the Ten of Swords here. We have the Seven of Wands. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles here. And the Ace of Gems. We have the Hanged Man with surrender. Clarifying, oh, there we go. The Knight of Wands. We have death. Oh, let go is your, the name of your channeled song. And when it came up, I was like, oh my God, I love this song. It's so profound. And it literally goes like, let go. What are you waiting for? Jump in. There's beauty in the breakdown too. And clarify the Knight of Swords here. We have the Star, and then we have the Novice of Lightning, so the Page of Wands. Oh, I love that, actually. Okay. Got it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, so take the leap. So there's a lot of themes here about new energy, getting back out there, pursuing stuff. Like we said, like even in your channeled song, it's like letting go. We have the Fool here, take the leap. We have like a lot of these themes, right? And surrendering to like new things. So it kind of feels like you may be in an exploring energy, which could be kind of conflicting to whatever you may have just went through recent past, or maybe just past experiences with this 10 of Swords. It feels like that energy is ending to where maybe it just feels very tough in love, like having to fight, having to stand up for yourself, or just having to fight through any kind of current circumstances or current situation. Sorry, now I can't talk. But that is definitely something that's coming to an end of really tough karmic cycles. Not even karmic as in like it's deserved, just like cycles that were meant to be worked through, that are meant to end on this karmic path, right? It's not meant to last forever. So within this, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Hanged One, you may be either accepting an opportunity from somebody or putting yourself out there to receive different opportunities from people, whether that's meeting new people, going out into situations. Maybe you want to sign up for a dating website. Maybe for some of you, you're on a dating website and you haven't really accepted any invites, and now you're like, hey, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll say yes. Maybe I'll go. You know what I'm saying? And with the Hanged Man here, it is about surrender. You're kind of like, well, this is my current circumstance. Maybe I'm just gonna hang out here. Like, I'm just gonna see what it is. I'm gonna see what it does. Maybe try to see it from a different perspective. You could also be getting a different perspective on past situations too. Like, there's something here about, yeah, just letting go completely in all sense of the word. Letting go of the old, stepping into the new. Acceptance of like the old, acceptance of things that have happened or had happened, and you know, maybe embracing the mysteries of what will happen too. There's this kind of energy of like, well, maybe my luck will change, maybe it'll be different, who knows. I do want to say too, though, you may end up meeting somebody on this journey that you do like with the Knight of Wands. But there's also an energy of this is not meant to last forever. This person may not be as committed as you want them to be. They may be a little flighty. You know, I'm getting with the Knight of Wands, there could be an attraction there. They may even be a fire sign, but there's something here about going through this and then it ending too. So for some of you, I'm getting dual energy. Now I know this is like for singles and stuff, but if the energy comes through very strongly, like, I feel like I have to say it, but this could be a situation that you are either currently dealing with or something that you're currently getting over, okay? But if that's not the case, then it kind of feels like this toughness and love, like this phase is ending and you're embracing new energy. You may be feeling a little bit more experimental and stuff like that, and these may represent like more than one person or people, and so you may like this person and realize, oh, this isn't really for me. The Knight of Wands can also represent, sometimes it's like player energy, or it's just somebody that's not meant to settle down with you. There's somebody that's just meant to like be with you for a short amount of time and things like that. And it's like, that's okay. Like, that's allowed. You're allowed to experience. You're allowed to see. Within this, you may be learning to kind of release certain attachments and things like that for things needing to be or needing to end. And you're getting lots of like, I feel like learning information about yourself, and there's so much healing here. And with this rejuvenation and exploration, you're like, okay, now I'm ready to get out there again. It kind of feels like with this death and this Knight of Wands, you're like, okay, it was going good. It was fine. Okay, it didn't work out. Okay, what else is out there? Like, you're not letting these things like completely stop you or break you. And according to this 10 of Swords, like, after getting through this, these are going to be more lighthearted. Like, they're not here to break you or like devastate you and things like that. You're actually going to be feeling like, okay, well, now I want to see, now I want more. And so there's this freeing energy with this Fool here. Underneath there, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So you could be like putting in effort and work into whether that's yourself, your life, and maybe even putting like work into your dating life, your love life. Like, for an example, you're like, well, I want to set up this profile. I want it to look the best. I want it to do, I don't know. It just feels like you're putting an energy into this and stuff. And also, maybe your work, for some of you, since we do have the 8 of Pentacles here, could be significant. You could meet somebody or people through your work, if that resonates or will resonate. And we have Justice underneath too. So we also have the zodiac signs of Libra and Scorpio here, very significant, and even Aquarius here too. Okay. So yeah, I would say the major theme is like getting out of this certain energy that you were currently in or in the recent past, getting back out there, experimenting, maybe meeting somebody, but it doesn't quite stick, it doesn't quite match, but that's okay with you. You're like, okay, I got to do that, I got to experience that. Now you're like, now I want to delve in a little bit deeper. Now I want to see what else is even out there for me. So let's get, got passion. We got, let's get more information too, okay? See if we can get it as much as we can. Spirit, what is next in love? What can you tell us about what's next in love for my pile 3s here? I just heard delving deeper. What's next in love? Do we want one more? This reminds me of the 8 of Pentacles because it's hammer and there's a hammer here. Sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it and repairing. It's like you've shifted this mindset to anything that breaks down. You're like, I can rebuild. I can rebuild it with something better. I can rebuild myself. And it kind of feels like you have this strength and these experiences under your belt to where like the past experiences that you thought were going to break you or that you could never let go of or you could never release has just made you so much stronger and wiser and willing. Like it's worked in your favor tremendously. Okay, so that's what this is about, because we were like it's working on something, building, like you're just putting in effort, but now it makes sense. You're like, whatever I want to put in effort to, I can build. Also, I know that I'm stable within myself and I can rebuild and retry as many times as I want to. It kind of feels like you're embracing this abundant mindset when it comes to dating and stuff. And you're getting back out there and you're taking chances because you have this strength from within you that I think came from this 10 of Swords in this 7 of Wands energy here. This is a very interesting reading actually, because that's why we have, okay, you're like the Knight of Swords, you're like, okay, this is what I want. I'm going to go after it. I have had this idea, maybe even this person or this thing. Like, it's just that energy that you're going to be in. It's because you're like the stars, like you feel very hopeful. You feel much lighter and you're like, I want to see what else is out there. I know that this isn't all that there is for me. I'm feeling the urge. I'm feeling the inspiration to go see. And this is very important for the next stage. Now, I do think that you're going to dabble and meet all different types of people doing this. So, of course, you're not going to be so stuck on one or so attached. Like with the addiction here, we have codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, control, possession and control, and emotional block. This is something that you're overcoming. You're like, I don't need anyone to love me. I don't need anyone. I want them. And I know that exists, right? But you're like, I'm going to release control over this. And I'm going to let the universe do its magic and stuff. And I think that you may be a little fed up with maybe like tough karmic lessons, people that don't value you, people that don't appreciate you, people that make you feel less than. You may be fed up with that. And so instead of trying to control the narrative of how other people see you, you're coming back to yourself and saying, well, I'm going to choose to enjoy this experience. I'm going to choose to enjoy this next era for me in love. Like, yeah, like maybe me and this person hit it off. Yeah, maybe it was really there's attraction, but they're kind of showing signs of being flighty. They're kind of showing signs of maybe they have a bunch of other options and I'm just not with that. So, with that, I'm going to end it. I'm going to let it go. And now I'm going to go and date other people and see what else is out there too. I feel like this is a fun type of mindset for you, which actually right here we have paradise. So happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other in the honeymoon phase and stuff. So it's like, it kind of just feels like you just want to be happy. We have the dragonfly, lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. So adaption is something that's really important here too. Not being so stuck on one person and one thing. It makes me think of, again, that abundance mindset type of attitude you're going in. So like I said, what's next in love is like, it looks like you're going to start feeling better, getting back out there. You may meet a few people, you may meet a person and stuff like that. You'll see where it goes. If it doesn't last, it doesn't last. And you're okay with that because it's all about the experience. All of this, though, is like making you, like it says, even more determined to explore and to see what's out there. I think you kind of need this energy. I think you need this new experience, and you need to allow yourself to delve in to multiple different opportunities, multiple different possibilities, for the sake of just you and the enjoyment of the experience, which I actually do really like this energy for you. You're looking at it, like it says, a lot more lighthearted. You're realizing that anything that breaks down can be rebuilt and more, you know, and then maybe you're kind of just okay with this for a little while too. Like, it's not all that there is, but this is important, which is why it's coming up in the next phase here too. You're not settling. You're not allowing anything, like when people show you who they are, the red flags, you're believing them. And you're going to start to see that each time you kind of choose yourself, or each time you do this, the universe is like, I think, I would say, I don't want to say quickly for all of you, but I think to some extent kind of like brings in, like, can replace each person with almost like something better each and every time. And you're starting to gain the trust in yourself again, and you're starting to gain the stability in yourself again, and just the desire to be like, hey, like, I'm cool with this. Like, it just feels like you've adapted so well, and it's just made your life and your dating experiences and your love life a hell of a lot easier, and a lot more enjoyable, and a lot more fun. And I think that, of course, you, like, if you're looking for somebody serious, or like that person, that soulmate and stuff like that, or whatever you want to call it, you're probably going to you know, attract that eventually. But right now, it kind of feels like you're experiencing yourself through other people, through getting back out there, through dating. You're learning about what you like, what you don't like, what's good for you, what's not good for you, and all of these things and stuff. And it just feels very, like, lighthearted, like we were talking about. You're letting go of the need to control. You're letting go of the need to know. Yeah. And also, I want to say too, this Knight of Swords with this star, there could be a specific Aquarius Aquarius, but also it is a general reading, so just, that may not be true for all of you. But the Knight of Swords being air sign, and then the star being Aquarius, there could be a specific Aquarius that ends up catching your eye again, that you feel very lighthearted with and feel like wanting to explore here too. But you're also kind of very like, all right, well, I don't want to get too attached too early on. I want to see where this goes. I want to see what happens here. And you're going to allow them to show you what they're able to give you and stuff, before you kind of idealize, or before you attach too hard to, like, yeah, an idea or something like that. It just feels like you're doing this a lot more healthy than maybe you would have in the past. And you're allowing yourself to let go and experience, which I think is really beautiful, which again brings me to your channeled song, which is literally goes again, let go, let go. What are you waiting for? Yeah. There's something of value in each experience, and you're like open to that now. What is next in love, Spirit? What else can you tell us about what's next in love? Can we get any more information? Ooh, soulmate connections. We have the cassette. Oh, that's way too many cards. We have photographs, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. Photograph kind of makes me think online dating. It makes me think of, or like online, maybe someone's seen pictures of you. Okay. outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So letting go of the old again, embracing the new. For some reason, I'm getting emphasis on soulmates. This may not be what a lot of you want to hear. And like I said, if you are wanting one person to settle down with, to love for the rest of your life, just know that that seed is probably planted in you for a reason, and that thing and person does exist, or that experience, I shouldn't say thing, but you get what I'm saying, right? That experience probably does exist. But as of right now, you're kind of realizing that there's many different people that, you know, you may have experienced or have to experience until you get there. So we have the Runner, Healthy Choices, I Like You, Sword and Rose, and Coffin. You're not chasing anything anymore. If someone wants to leave, you're allowing them to leave with the Healthy Choices. You know, you're like, okay, what's best for me? Again, sparks flying. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Wants to date. The Sword and the Rose. The clarity, the truth. You know, like seeing things for what they truly are and setting your boundaries, protecting yourself, and then endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. This is kind of like the theme of what we've literally been talking about too. Experiencing like a person or maybe a few people, they may show you some things, they may show you some truth, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to chase after this. I'm not going to chase after something. What's meant for me is meant for me. And you may be shown that more and more as you start choosing that and as you start doing that. The soulmates card could also represent that there is a soulmate partnership, a connection there for you, you know, but sometimes soulmates can come in the form of allowing us to release, allowing us to go through, allowing us to learn and experience certain things too. Like either way, you're realizing that these are still helping you and still shaping you regardless of what form they may come in here too. Okay, so we're going to do a timing. But now that this one is kind of different, I want to see... I kind of want to see, or we're going to ask around, sorry, give me a second. I'm loading. We're going to ask different questions here. But I also kind of got interrupted because I'm like, let me clarify some certain things here. If it's not feeding you, fueling you, making you happy, you know, you're realizing I don't have to stay here and I don't have to continue on. And that's why this adaptation is so important here too. It seems to be a theme here to whatever the universe is giving you. You know, you're not like, this is my person, you know, like right off the bat. You're like, well, let's see. Let's see who you are to me or who you're going to be to me. And then we'll decide. Okay. Sorry, you guys are different than all the other piles, so I'm like, I want to get more information on this too. Spirit, tell me about this soulmate card. We have the oh, look. We have the Seven of Swords, scarcity mindset. This is that you're embracing this abundant mindset. There's an infinite abundant amount of soulmates for me. Yeah, that one will probably enter your life, but until then, everyone else serves a purpose as well. And I can feel my heart chakra expanding with joy as I'm saying that. As I'm like embracing that mindset, my heart chakra feels very open. It doesn't feel constricted. It feels very open. It feels very expansive, with this happy, joy, playfulness, adaptation, and stuff like that. I love that. And so you don't have to be stuck on anyone or stay with anyone that treats you bad, because you know that there's so much more out there for you. And this next phase in love is about you experiencing that, about you experiencing about other people who actually like you and who want to date you. Maybe maybe they won't be the best for you or the best match for you, but you're about to experience like different options, and you're about to like open up to say, hey, like, I just realized I didn't have to stay stuck in that situation or that person or anything, because every time I let go, the universe replaces with something better. It seems to get better and better as we go here for you. And then look at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Clouds, self-victimization. No more of that staying stuck and fear. And then we have the Six of Swords, about the transition, about moving on from anything. The Six of Swords here kind of in reverse of like staying stuck or staying in a place for too long. You're allowed to go out and experience whatever it is you want to experience. So let's get some timing for you. When is this energy? Let's talk about, go. It's go time. When is this, this new energy, or I guess this new experience? We have anything is possible, embracing different possibilities, different options, different chances, opening up. Let's get a time frame. So like, when is this new experience or these experiences coming into pile 3's life? When are they going to start embracing this energy, Spirit? And don't worry, I want to ask about a specific person for you too, just to see. I'm just curious, okay? Indulge me. Okay, so when is this new energy, this new freeing type of energy, surrendering type of energy? So we have the day. Funny, because the day comes after the night, the dark night of the soul. The sun comes out. So maybe like one day you just wake up and you're like, I'm feeling it. No, I'm just kidding. But maybe spring too. Interesting that that's the season at the bottom of the deck after winter. So the sun is coming up for you and you will start to feel better. Maybe a specific time, it's your season. It's when it happens for you, okay? I've kind of noticed that in our YouTube general readings, sometimes the timing, when we try to get specific on timing, just because there's so many different people experiencing so many different things, it's like the collective energy, it's easier to just say like when this season happens for you. But like with this 10 of Swords energy, just know that you're coming out of that, and that this day, and this is when it's going to be happening. Like you will start to feel lighter, you will start to feel better, you will start to feel freer, and you will, all those things that you had to lose and let go are going to grow again for you. Okay. So, I want to talk about maybe, and I'm not talking about what's next in love for you. I'm talking about like your person. I told you, you're going to have to indulge me in this, okay? You're going to have to stay with me here. Your person, pile 3, because you need to be in this energy first before you receive that person, or maybe that like specific soulmate, the one that you have a contract with to probably stay very long term together. Like this is your process, okay? And don't judge it. But when is that, Spirit? Can we get a timeline for that? Oh, I just heard no. Ew. I told you, can you just indulge me, please? Gosh. 3 to 6 weeks. I saw that one too. You might be meeting somebody that one kept like popping up too. You might be meeting somebody very specific, and 3 to 6 weeks. And good luck. So maybe in 3 to 6 weeks, your luck is changing in this. Or maybe you'll feel like your luck is changing, and maybe that's when you like legitimately are attracting this person. We have proceed. And then day. Okay. Also, take this with a grain of salt, the actual thing. And it's also 3 to 6 weeks from whenever you're watching this, not when I post it. Summertime could be significant. But again, summer comes after, well, not after, but summer is like the polarity of winter. So your time will come in love. That time that you want, that thing you've been asking for, it will come, okay? But enjoy every process. Enjoy every season as much as you can, especially this one where you're getting back out there, feeling lighter, getting to experience new people. Have fun, pile 3, okay? That's what it's meant for you to do. Yeah, day again, which I think we already saw that. Very interesting. Okay. So what can you tell me about these people or person this next in love? Let's get some traits. Okay. We're going to do both. We're going to do both since we already started. Okay. What's next? This is for what's next in love. This is for the thing you guys are indulging me on because I want to know just as much as you. But this is for that specific person that you've been manifesting or wanting, maybe your soulmate, things like that, okay? That soulmate too. Because we talked about soulmates coming in different shapes and forms and stuff. But you know what I'm talking about by this point. That, like, end game person for you. Oh, we got a lot for them. Okay. Jeez. So we're going to start with what's next. 11th house. You can meet people through friends, too. I know people say 3rd house is, like, online internet and stuff. But I like to think 11th house is, like, technology too. And so again, I feel like there's more stuff about like maybe getting out there, like, and I want to say online because the 11th house is like the collective, right? It's like a broader community, whether the 3rd house is more like maybe local or just like the people around you. I don't know why I'm thinking like library, computer. I don't know, guys, but I do feel like with the 11th house, you are expanding, you are getting out there, you may be meeting new people, you may be hanging out with friends, you may meet people through friends too. You may be having 11th house transits when this goes too. We have Aries. Ooh. So it could be a specific Aries. Maybe that fire sign is an Aries, that next person in love. But also Aries energy is like new beginnings. It's taking the initiative. It is very passionate. It can also be, again, something that doesn't follow through. And I'm not talking about every single Aries that ever exist, okay? I'm just reading the energy from here. But like sometimes Aries is known for starting something and then like not finishing it, because then you have the other signs. That's why it kind of represents. That's why it's the first sign, right? And then you have the other energies and the other seasons that continue on and take it and continue on. But Aries is this initial like spark, fire, getting back out there again. Maybe you're feeling this. Maybe for some of you, you're feeling a little impulsive. Like maybe you're like, okay, hell yeah, I'll say yes to this date. Or maybe you're like, hell yeah, I'll just do that. Or maybe like one random night you just decide to, I want to say reactivate for some of you too. Maybe you decide to reactivate those dating profiles. Maybe you decide to create that dating profile. Like maybe you just kind of act on a whim here in this next phase for love for you. Ooh, we have dark hair. So for some reason, I'm thinking maybe some of you dye your hair, but that doesn't have to be the case at all. Somebody with dark hair could be very significant as well. But like, for some reason with that impulsiveness energy, like maybe you're like feeling better. You're like, I want to dye my hair. I want to get back out there. I want to do these things. Like, it's just the messages that are coming through, okay? Good cook. Ooh, maybe you meet somebody that cooks food and stuff, but I also heard let them cook. Like, you know how when someone's saying something or you're experiencing something and someone's like, hey, let them cook. It means like, wait, let's see, let them show you. Maybe you take up some more culinary skills too, or like if you like cooking and stuff, like maybe you're a good cook as well. I don't know why these keep falling back on you. That's not how the other messages were, and that's not how the reading was, but for, like, I just feel like because this next experience in love is all about you and feeling good. Maybe you want good food. Like maybe you just want to go out and experience. Like maybe you feel like maybe this dark-haired person is really attracted to you and you're like, I want to eat good food with him. And you don't even have to be the one cooking it. Like you guys can go out and get food. And then we have intuitive. Okay. So it is going to be a very intuitive time for you and then the other people too. Like, don't ignore your intuition. I feel like a lot of you have learned to not ignore your intuition. I feel like a lot of you have learned to not ignore red flags, because you know that they may come back and bite you in the ass later and stuff, and you're going to be very in tuned with this energy too. You're going to sense when something's off. You're going to sense when something's good. You're going to allow yourself to do a little investigating here too. And even the intuitive can also represent like a mystery behind this too. I got called to another deck about this what's next in love, describing that phase. So divorce, experiencing a breakup. What's next in love? Yeah, with that 10 of Swords here too. And that, like, definitely I feel like there's gonna be, oh, we have Spy, the bottom too. There's going to be situations that you meet or a situation that it's probably, this is kind of confirmation for that. It's probably not going to work out. It's not going to be that end game, right? And that's okay, because you're realizing that's the thing, is that you're realizing that that's not all that there is. And you're bouncing back like better than ever. In fact, I think you're going to reach a point where you're like, it's just how the game rolls. That's just how the cookie crumbles. And you're going to start, like we said, being more lighthearted and experiencing certain things. And for some of you, if you're going through a breakup right now that feels pretty heavy, this next phase for you is working through this, feeling good again, like we were talking about, and just getting back out there, allowing yourself to experience. And it's okay to let go, like we were talking about with the it's the different names. Okay, it's the Knight of Wands. Like, it's okay to let go and release, because we have all of this endings with new beginnings. That was the first two cards. That was the major theme of what's next in love for you, is realizing that when something ends, there's an infinite amount of possibilities. It opens up doors and new beginnings for you and new opportunities. So it's not the end of the world. It may be the end of a world. I don't mean to quote Drake. I'm quoting Drake right now. But it's the end of a world, but not your world, okay? I love that. Okay, so this is for the indulging. I said you guys are indulging me. It's for me. I'm just saying that, but it's definitely for you guys too. This is for that specific soulmate that we've been reading into. Now, like I said, it's probably not going to be what's next in love, but like, again, can you just indulge a little bit in it? So we have short. So this person could be short. There's nothing wrong with that too, especially if you guys are males and you're like that. Hey, we love a short king over here too, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Spontaneous. So this person is spontaneous. Maybe they can, I feel like they're going to enter in your life spontaneously. I feel like that's what that is. I feel like it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to just predict. Okay. And I feel like there's also a reason for that, because if we were able to predict this, you would just be anticipating it. And like, it doesn't work that way. It's harder for the universe to work its magic when we're like sitting there like, is this it? You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, I think this is it. It makes it more difficult, and it kind of makes your experience a little bit more confusing when you guys are all about that intuitiveness, right? Knowing and recognizing and stuff. So we have Virgo. I'm hearing Virgo season though too. So Virgo season could be significant. That's the month of September and the end of August too. Can't forget the little end. Or they could just be somebody who kind of represents Virgo qualities. They could be like, okay, I'm a Virgo too, and so I always feel like Virgo sometimes is misunderstood, but also it's so hard to like label one sign. So when I say Virgo qualities and I hear them all the time, the same descriptive Virgo qualities, I'm like, because that's not me. I'm like, but also it is. I did kind of have to accept certain things that maybe, okay, maybe that is me a little bit, but when it comes to like the stereotypical, I'm like, I don't think I fit that. But maybe I just do in different ways. So we have loud. Guys, this person sounds like me. No, just kidding. I'm your soulmate. I'm a loud, short Virgo with an Aries moon, so I'm very spontaneous. I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking. It's just funny. I had to say it. So yeah, this person could have could be very louder. I'm also hearing that they could have a very loud laugh too. Oh, and Spirit's saying that when this person enters your life, it will be very loud. They will be very hard to ignore. That makes a lot of sense. So they may not even be like legitimately loud. They could have a loud laugh though, but like, it's like this person is going to be very, very hard to ignore, very hard to overlook for you. And they're going to be funny. Again, I'm hilarious. But we love a sense of humor, though. A sense of humor is needed. Oh my God, it's so important for people to have a sense of humor. I mean, there's times and places to be serious and stuff. And I think that even I fall victim sometimes from taking life too seriously. So I love funny, goofy, comical people that remind me that it's okay to laugh. And then we have blue eyes. So they may have blue eyes too. Why does this make me think of that song Ocean Eyes? Interesting. Now take this also with a grain of salt here, like these specifics. It is a general reading. There could be something very significant about their eyes too. They may not even necessarily have to be blue. But yeah, maybe there's something just about their eyes. Their eyes are very like prominent, at least to you. So that's fun. Let's get, okay, about this person. Stop. Okay, you're probably so tired of of hearing this, but it's coming through in so many different forms. Right when I cut the deck, it's let go. But look, make room for the new beginning on its way to you. So this could also be, again, for a reason. It's not right next. You're making room. You're currently making room for this new beginning that is on the way to you. So tell me about this soulmate person, Spirit, for my pile 3. What is another trait of theirs? What is another something else about them? Oh. Okay. So we have 2. We have intuition again. That's so funny because we have intuitive there. The red flags you ignore now will come back to later to bite you. That's so funny because that's something that we literally were talking about. We said here. But I feel like with the confession and this someone has something to tell you, something specifically about this person is there is this intuitive pull bringing you guys, you will be brought together in that. Now with the confession, there could be something about how this person communicates. It could be about too, like maybe this person comes to you and says like, hey, I think you look really good. Like that could be the start of this. Also, this person could naturally be very expressive in how they feel. They don't like to hold anything back when it comes to their emotions, their feelings, specifically when it comes to you. And so maybe with this person, you'll recognize them in a way because you won't always have to intuitively guess how they feel. You won't have to intuitively, maybe even pull cards about how they feel. Although we tend to do that sometimes anyways. Shout out to my readers. I know sometimes it's just, you can't help it. You have a deck right there. I mean, come on. But, but they'll tell you. You know, you won't have to play the guessing game. Like this person will probably tell you. And I think that may be something that stands out very specifically when this person enters your life. Whenever. Also, pets. Maybe they have a specific pet. Could be very significant too. Oof. Okay. So I love that we kind of did two readings in one for you a little bit. I told you I wanted to indulge you and we're going to do it, right? So, that's pretty much it so far, or that's it for that part of the reading too. I know you're probably like, what else more could you have? Like, you've been doing this forever. How far are we in too? 46. Yeah, You're like, what else could you have? Well, pile 3, I just want to get some messages for you about this next stage or what's next for you in your love life. Anything you need to know, any advice to be aware of. We'll see. And I'm going to grab this deck. I seem to be gravitating a lot towards this deck. I just saw Sagittarius and the 6th house right as I cut this deck. Getting out of the same old routine and trying something new, maybe branching out instead of the same old, same old. That's kind of what that's telling me as well. Doing something differently, getting back out there, like kind of what we've been saying. So that's like, but when you feel ready, of course, it's all about when you feel like it too. There's no pressure here whatsoever. Specifically, there's kind of a message or an energy of taking the pressure off of things. So I would even say, you know, that goes hand in hand. What is the message here, the advice here for pile 3, this next stage in their love life? 2nd house. What did we have come out first? 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of communication. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about this. So the 3rd house, sometimes in life, it feels like the universe is against us. You know, people leave our lives, things fall apart, accidents happen. It can just feel like sometimes the universe is working against us. But if you just give a little bit of time and patience, you'll see that there's more to it. You'll see that there's different experiences to have. You'll see that sometimes you don't understand everything right when it's happening, but you kind of just have to trust. Sometimes we have to roll with the punches and allow things to work themselves out. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the truth. Sometimes things fall apart and it feels like, again, it's why is this happening? Why did I have to go through this and stuff like that? And your frustrations and your feelings are 100% valid. I'm the first one to always say that, because I'm the first one to, when something doesn't go my way, I'm kicking and screaming, okay? I'm bitching about it too, okay? So it's like, I gotta let it out. I told you, I mentioned before, I'm an Aries moon. If I hold it in, I'll literally die. Not literally, I'm sorry, but like, it feels like it. But you get what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, these feelings are valid. Not everything is always what it seems though, okay? So things are just as much breaking down as building up for you in this way. And I feel like this is just a simple reminder of that too. Of course, you may, if you're going through a tough time, you know, be easy on yourself. I give you, you know, lots of love, and I give you a virtual hug in regards to that, because it's not easy, but I'm telling you that there's a bigger plan. And this is kind of like reminding me of the 2nd house, and the Palace Athena is about, the Palace Athena is about planning, but it's also about not only just thinking about, to quote, I believe even to quote this deck, Palace isn't a me energy, it's a we energy. And I feel like the universe is conspiring the we energy for you. The 2nd house is about what we hold true to, what we hold as valuable. It's a money house, but it's not always a money house. And I have Saturn in the 2nd house, so I've learned that the 2nd house is not just financial. It is about what we actually deem worthy, where we put value in things, what is valuable to us. And a lot of the time that is tough lessons about us showing that where maybe we've neglected ourselves, us showing about situations about where things didn't value us, where we deserved more. And all of those things are a part of your plan. Like, the universe is saying that there is something of value to you that is in plan here, okay? It's written. But sometimes we experience things to see. Sometimes we learn. Sometimes we have to grow. Sometimes we have to expand in these areas. And it can be tough. And it can suck. But like I said, it's not all that there is. And that's what you're being shown. And there's an emphasis on the abundance of that. This one experience, this other experience, or all your past experiences are not all that there is. You know, the more you ask to receive, the more you put yourself out there, the more you want to explore and receive. When you feel like it, of course, you will be given opportunities and stuff. And Spirit's saying it's important to let things unfold and play out the way that they're meant to. Like, you could look back at this energy far in the future with your person and look back and say, oh, haha, like, so-and-so, they treated me like a piece of crap. I'm so glad I didn't stay with them, you know, like so-and-so, they were really fun. We had really good sex, but that was about all that they were good for. You get what I'm saying? Like, you may be able to look back on these experiences and quite literally laugh and see the value in them and see something else within them that you're not able to see right now. And so you're being reminded to keep moving forward and to keep that open mindset and to know that good luck and good things do happen to you and you do have good luck coming. But sometimes, you know, we just experience different types of energies in different people, and it's okay to understand that not everyone is meant to stay. It's okay to understand and to experience something, to learn from that. Like, sometimes we don't even realize too, like, how our interactions and our dating experiences and stuff can really mold and shape other people. Like, maybe sometimes some experiences aren't even just for you. And I'm not talking about like the tough ones or something like that. I'm talking about maybe like the seemingly like meaningless ones, right? Where you meet somebody and you talk to them for a week or 2 weeks and then they leave and then you're like, okay, whatever, like that was pointless. Sometimes there is a point, but sometimes the point isn't even for you. Sometimes, although there is usually an equal give and take, but sometimes like you don't even realize like what you may have made this person see something differently or realize something about what they want, and that shapes and molds them and their future too, right? Like, we don't even realize like sometimes meaningless exchanges or meaningless, pointless things have such a profound impact on the bigger picture too. So keep that in mind. I just feel like there's just a lot here about like opening the perspective that we can't see everything all the time that's happening. We can't understand everything, although we try to and we convince ourselves we can. That's not always the case, and that's not always true. So there is a bigger picture. There is a bigger plan. Hold on. This isn't happening, you know, because the universe hates you or things like that. You're literally going a part of your process here. Okay. And with the third house, you're expanding. The opposite is the ninth house. Like, you're expanding all of this. And it's for specific reasons. There is a plan. Okay. And also, when you're thinking about what you want in love and stuff with this Athena in second house, think of it from a place of self-worth, worthy of deservingness, not from neediness, right? Think of it from a place of like, I deserve a partner who communicates. I deserve a partner who's loyal. I deserve a partner who stays. Whatever it is that you feel like you've been, even if it's just based off what you feel like you've been lacking in relationships, but instead of being like, I want, I need, you say, I deserve this. And then it kind of starts to like shift your mindset, and you kind of feel more empowering in that as well. And, you know, it's okay to have a plan, but also stay open and receptive, because the universe will probably show you, it's shown me, it's shown all of us time and time again, that sometimes things don't go to plan, but there is a plan, even if we can't see it yet. But I think that this is just a little reminder for you, like a little boost too, that there's so much else out there than probably like what you're currently experiencing, and that's something to be excited for. Okay, so I am gonna let this go, or this reading end, I guess I should say. That's so funny that I said I'm gonna let this go, because that's literally the theme of this whole reading. Shut up. I was like, so I'm gonna let this go. I meant to say like, let you guys go. So it's okay to let things go. I don't know, guys, but I am gonna leave. I'm gonna go. So thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I love doing these readings. I love these messages. Sometimes they're not the ones that we always want to hear. Like, dang, like it's not that one that we wanted, but sometimes it's the one that we need, and that's okay too. Thank you to those who like the videos, who support the channel by commenting, whether that's commenting your love, your experience, your advice, your information, whatever it is. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for showing support. Thank you to those who are subscribed and just want to be a part of this community. It means so much to me. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading, or readings if you are subscribed. If you're not, maybe I'll pop up again on your feed when you need an aligned reading, when the time is right. So either way, I hope I see you guys there. Bye.